After an epic game one of the set, we are ready for game number 2 now. We'll be jumping in just 1 second. We did have Suomi come in with an amazing win in game number 1. Their preparation and their ability with their trade, getting all that sorted earlier, has set them up so well for the rest of the match.
Yeah, and they actually just jumped right into game number 2 here on Arabia before we could even do an intro properly. But we are here, guys. It is everybody's favorite map, Arabia. And for Team Secret, looking to pull this one back will be Doubt as the purple Huns on the north flank, Tato as the red Saracens in the pocket, and of course, no, that's fail. Jordan, yellow Chinese right flank, purple Huns pocket for Doubt, and Saracen's left flank for Tato. I'm a great caster, I promise.
For Suomi, in the blue, we do have Zupi playing the Ethiopians on the flank. Moving towards the pocket, we do, of course, have the Max, the pocket man himself, as the Franks in the teal. And then his ally on the flank there going to be the Britons, Valise in the green.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Well, this is going to be pretty crazy. We have both teams with their ideal pocket civ, Huns versus Franks. So that's, I think, going to be fairly even. But Saracens for Tato versus Ethiopians from Zupi, I mean, Ethiopians seem to be a lot better, right?
It's a bit dicey, let's put it that way. And on the other side, we've got the Chinese versus the Britons as well.
Yeah, it's... I mean, Chinese versus Britons, I think, is a bit more even. We saw Zupi there just getting his Dark Age all nice and sorted out. But yeah, Chinese versus Britons, I think, is fairly even. Chinese going to be a bit stronger in the late game, and Britain's going to be a bit stronger in the mid game. But still, I think possibly the weak point here for Team Secret is just that Saracen flank. Not exactly going to be a world beater.
At the same time, though, the way I like to always look at this thing, Secret generally make pretty good decisions. They generally have really interesting strategies planned in advance. If they're already down a game, I like to think they're not going to pick Saracens for no reason.
Yeah, that is very much correct. Doubt, I guess they have a little bit of a problem luring Boar, but it'll be just fine, probably.
Well, yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. He'll get the Boran eventually. It looks like it's going all right. And over towards, looks like Jordan.
Oh, nope, never mind.
There's the death.
Doubty.
The question is as well, what's Jordan doing? Jordan's riding Rhea, I believe, with Palisades.
Oh, I think this is going to be easy. You can see that the E is spelled out here on the left,
yes.
and then you kind of have the makings of a Z. Easy clap.
And we have ECL as well from Tato there, interestingly enough. Looks like they were not fans. They were not fans of this match.
They were not fans of Doubt losing a villager to a boar, that's for sure.
Yeah, look, every now and then that's just going to happen, hey.
It's just, if you're Doubt, it happens a little bit more frequently.
Who else do we have? No, we saw someone else lose a villager to a boar. It was Viper.
It was
Viper versus MBL.
It was Viper versus MBL on Arena, no less.
Oh, that was an amazing matchup, though.
Yeah. No,
absolutely stunning game.
That was a fantastic game. There have been a lot of really fantastic games so far. And yeah, we're going to be getting right back here into game number 2. Have the pretty little intro there for Arabia with DE.
And here we go into game number 2. We all know exactly what it's going to be now. We'll do one quick lappy to just introduce the players, see exactly where they are on the map, and we'll figure it out from there.
I promise I won't mess it up this time.
Yeah, that's it. Round 2, right? They had your back, man.
Yeah, I needed to I'm ready.
There we go. I'm having a look. Players actually don't have their headphones on yet.
Well, that's not promising.
All right, guys, give us 2 seconds, and hopefully we'll be good to go.
1, 2.
No.
Nope.
Not quite just yet.
Debated.
Maybe a little bit optimistic.
Maybe they're too busy playing Prismata.
That's it, man. It's a good game. Honestly, I kind of want to sit down and play it, like, for a long time. For, like, long time.
You know, you say that, but I'm just eyeing the DE screen over there.
Yeah, you're right. We can see it right in front of us. For those here at the event, just remember we do have a demo booth set up for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Feel free to jump into that in the tent, which is just in front of the caster's booth there.
Yep, I can see that the person playing right now seems to be doing all right, able to take down those AI opponents.
That's it, man. Got to deal with those AIs as quick as you can.
Yeah, got to maximize your score. Got to make sure you get all the techs researched. You know, just build random buildings when you're pop capped.
Well, look, it's one of those things where it actually depends on your overall score that you get. So making the researchers, any kind of buildings, converting those resources into extra points, actually does make sense.
Oh yeah, I mean it's what you got to do. Well, are almost there, I hope.
Well, I'm still waiting on one pair of headphones to be put on.
Yep.
Once those are on, then I'll start to feel a little bit more confident. Until then, though, we just got to get to hang out and watch Definitive Edition over there. That's exciting. Yeah. Oh, look at that. More people are going into the tent. People are realizing it's there.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Go play, guys. I promise we're giving away prizes, too. Yeah, hey.
We are?
Play.
I didn't know that. Hi, everybody.
That's it. Remember, we do have a live studio audience here as well. So we are seeing cheering for our favorite players. We are seeing a lot of support here for Team Suomi as well. Look at that. We've got the flags there. We've got the doubt masks. It's a good time to be here.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, one of the PCs did need to be restarted for some reason. So that is what is going on. We will get back here in just a hot second. I
wonder, we're about to find out how powerful these PCs are, how quickly they just get rebooted entirely.
Oh yeah, I gotta have that solid state drive, man.
That's it, man. It makes such a difference. So guys, get out there and get yourself a solid state drive.
All right, so we know that the civs for game number 2 are going to be Huns, Saracens, and Chinese. And for Suomi, it is going to be Ethiopians, Franks, and Britons.
And Britons. All right.
And they'd have passed Britain's pick, too. So they definitely wanted Britons. I mean, Arabia, 100% guarantee we're going to play the map. And the fact that they ranked Britons so highly leads me to believe that they really think they're one of, if not the strongest flank civs.
Well, I guess we're going to find out in this match just coming up right now. Hopefully we shouldn't be too long, guys. But I guess we might as well have some fun here with the chat. Guys, who do we think is going to take this? I put my prediction in. I'm thinking 3-1 Suomi's favor. Ornlu, who are you thinking?
I said 3-2 in favor of Suomi.
All right, and what is the people at home thinking? Chat, 3-1, 3-2, 3-0, 1-3, 2-3, 0-3. What are we thinking? I'm seeing a lot of Suomi favorites here, actually.
Interesting. Oh, man, they're going for Winland.
Suomi's getting a lot of positive vibes here. I guess after the last game as well, they showed their team game dominance very quickly there. Both teams essentially using the same strategy. I think Secret may have adapted to it a little bit more, but at the same time, you saw the way Suomi got their trade up earlier and how well they dealt with things.
Oh, there you go.
And here we go on the screen. This is professionalism, guys. The best Age of Empires tournament we've ever had by far in terms of its production quality.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Look at those.
Look at the colored bars go back and forth.
They excite me.
Oh, yeah. The one bar goes a little that way, and then the other has to go back. And
it's super orange. Orange is my favorite color.
I'm colorblind. I didn't know that was orange.
Well, it's orange, and that's why I say these things to you.
There you go.
All right, guys. Come on. Keep going in the chat, guys. But Suomi are coming out on top here. We've had 250 unique votes, roughly.
Yeah, that's a good amount of votes. But Suomi just... yeah. Hey, man, I'm from America. We got to take every vote we can get.
Oh! Woo! Cut the stream.
Oh, yeah.
And the good news is I am seeing players start to put headphones on, which means we should be just about good to go in 1 sec. Robo's up there doing his best to just get everyone going, and I'm still waiting on 1 set of headphones from a player. But we're getting close. We're getting close, ladies and gentlemen.
So are the polling results. That is within 1% of each other right there.
Oh, man. Nobody knows exactly what is going to happen here. There we go.
I sure know that I have no idea what's going on.
Let's sway the poll. Vote ourselves.
Oh, but Escape can probably only vote once. And we're both on the Escape account.
There we go. We're nearly up to 500 unique votes here. And guys, it is evening out. All right. So, people watching at home, obviously you've seen the 3v3 teams, exactly who wins. Viper's out sick. How much of a difference do we believe this makes?
Pretty huge. I think that Viper isn't as dominant a player in team games as he is in 1v1s, but he's still, up there for one of the best team game players out there. And despite Jordan being back...
Jordan is back. If you haven't seen his picture in this, like I said, Jordan's already in the running for top pitcher of the year.
Oh, definitely. So, Looks like Suomi is being favored by... Nope, never mind.
Nope, it was close there, guys.
It was exactly even for a sec. By 0.2%, Suomi is favored right now.
That's how even this matchup has been, and this is how even the entire tournament has been. This entire tournament, I found it just... I've struggled to cast any game and go, no, this is over. This is the winner. There's always been that back and forth we've seen across every single matchup here. I
mean, you can tell that these teams they're absolutely playing their hearts out. They're trying their best. And at least they're mostly prepared.
There you go, 0.2%, 0.3%. Whoop, we're back down. Oh, it's 50-50. We actually hit 50-50 there for a second. That's got to be exciting, right?
Oh, yeah, and that's with almost 600 votes right now. That's pretty crazy.
I think this has been good. This has been a good little time killer. I've enjoyed this thoroughly.
Oh, yeah, certainly. I see the Arabia thing.
Let's do this. We're going into game number 2 of the best of 3 series between Suomi and Secret. We have had Suomi already take down game number 1, which means they're only 2 away from closing out this series.
All right. Indeed, indeed. And I promise I'll get it right this time. We will have Zupi as the blue Ethiopians on the left flank for Suomi. The pocket will be the Max in the cyan as ex-Paladin Civ, the Franks. We'll have Veles on the right flank in the green as the Britons.
In the yellow on the east of the map, playing as the flank, we do have Jordan 23 playing as the Chinese. The pocket, of course, going to be a Doubt playing as the Huns for this one in the purple. The other flank on the other side, we are looking at against Zupi. We do have Tato in the red as the Saracens. Probably the auto pick we've had for this match.
Yeah, of course, this is going to be the weakest Civ by far. Just, I think, in almost anyone's opinion, the rest are going to be very good to top-tier Arabia Civs. What does this mean from Tato? Saracens, they can do some wonky stuff. They have the market bonus that they can work with. But will it just be a full sling from Tato? Because last game he was the sling-E, not the slinger. Maybe sling Doubt? Maybe.
The thing I'm kind of watching here is Tato's getting pretty far away with his first scout. Just wondering if he is looking for an early lame strategy here. Can get the lame in against Zupi, make something happen, and then it looks like we are seeing the same thing from Jordan as well on the other side of the map. Both the scouts are very far across.
Oh yeah, Jordan might be able to intercept a couple sheep. Nope, nope, nope. Just kidding.
All right, that could have been very interesting to start the game off. I'm going to keep an eye on Jordan's scout here as well, just because I think it's a good idea that if he's looking for the lane, we can make sure that comes in. And at the same time, I think Tato's gone a little bit back home now, playing it a little bit more safe. If they could have got that off, it would have given him a great opportunity, because like you were saying, if Tato is going to transition to that sling position, we'll put him in a good spot. And is he going to go for it?
I think he's waiting for the villager.
All right, so he's going to go for the block, try and get the lame on the villager, and then from there, potentially transition into a sling-style play.
Yep, going to, I think, be the best bet. I don't think you want to get into an Ethiopians versus Saracens battle on the flank. That just does not seem destined for success. But look at Zupi bringing his scout back. Villagers coming in for some houses. What? I hear pig sounds. Oh, that's just Tato luring the board. No alarms yet.
On the other side of the map, we do have Jordan looking for anything he can take here. Does find a villager unloomed around a house here. Could potentially go back, try and get the lame on top of it, but actually backs out of there very quickly.
Yeah, the villager was unloomed here for Veles. I'm kind of surprised Jordan isn't going for that. His scout is minus 6 HP, but he still should be winning that fight. But still
might be waiting for it to get a little bit further away from the town center. Pushes all the deer away, and there we go. Oh, actually.
Yeah, I think it was the deer moving, possibly, that Veles knew that something was there. Now, what? Just shot one deer, just put an arrow in the deer for no reason. Rather rude. Oh, Jordan luring the deer for Veles. Very, very gentlemanly.
Very gentlemanly in a tournament like this. And there we go. Zupi's got his boar in, the one that the Tato was starting to patrol around. So he did miss that opportunity there, but at the same time, it is nice to see these players. Look, this definitely wasn't gentlemanly, but at the same time, it hasn't been some extreme laming. I say that, but Tato did just steal some of Zupi's sheep.
Well, a couple sheep is certainly better than nothing. I mean, you're going to want to get every possible advantage you can, especially when you do have such a poor Civ matchup. No deer were lured by Zupi either, so he's just going to be down some food. Probably going to make any sort of men-at-arm opening a bit trickier to execute, but I still think he could probably do men-at-arms into archers or whatever. Yeah, we'll have to see. Tato, 5 on wood right now. No one up to feudal age just yet.
And looking around quickly, Tato's still looking for anywhere he can do any damage kind of around Zupi, keeping an idea out, just wanting to see exactly what he can do here. And then we've got Felice actually luring in his boar and a deer at the same time there, so some very good play from him.
Yep, everyone just with a fairly streamlined Dark Age. There's a little bit of trickery going on, but it shouldn't be too impactful in the grand scheme of things. And I think that we're likely going to be seeing Doubt clicking up right about now, 20 pop as Huns, certainly within the realm of possibility. Luring the deer, again, going to be just quite nice for him. Everything very, very streamlined here. I think this is just a very likely, at least going to be, as far as openings go, a very smooth, very meta game.
And we've got Tato preparing his drush here, third militia just on the way now, so we'll be in a position he can start putting some pressure on top of Zupi nice and quickly. I don't think I've spied anyone else with a barracks just quite yet. In fact, there we go. Jordan's got one down, so both flanks actually going for a drush at this stage.
Yeah, Tato going for the drush is pretty surprising. Chinese as well, not normally known as like the drush civ, but Jordan going to be able to lure some deer as well, so that's going to be pretty nice. And you can see that Secret wanting to go a little bit more aggressive, want to get in the face of Team Suomi, who are all up to the feudal age at very sort of conventional times.
Doubt just finishing up his militia now, so should be on the way out to go annoy, or sorry, I keep seeing yellow and keep thinking Doubt, but Jordan in 23 there in the yellow. Moving out across the map, so going to get over to Felice relatively soon. Felice, however, starting to get his own militia out.
Yep, so he will be going for the men-at-arm play of his own. Zupi was a little bit later in getting the barracks up, I guess, without the extra food for the men-at-arms. I think Max even sent one of his sheep over to his teammate. That was one of Max's sheep. Doubt, though, being a little bit annoying with his scout, even has an extra sheep here, sending the villager back even. Barracks still not complete yet for Zupi, so he will now have zero chance to get any men-at-arms out. But quick walls were sufficient, and these gold miners are safe for the time being.
Fantastic. Max has managed to go up in feudal age. Of course, he is putting down a stable straight away here. Wants to waste no time whatsoever. At least at the moment as well. The drush comes in from Jordan 23. Does manage to push a villager back to town center. However, around the lumber camp, we've got the house wall, we've got the palisade. He's good to go, and then puts up some small walls around the gold camp as well.
Yep. Also, I think it was just Zupi's game plan from the beginning to go straight archers because he did have the 3 on gold. Plus 100 food, plus 100 gold at the start is going to be pretty nice in terms of getting early archer production. Ethiopians, obviously with fantastic archers early on. Drush not likely doing a whole lot.
And at the same time, we're looking at down towards Jordan 23's base. The counter drush has come in. The upgrade to man-at-arms has been done, but I think they're going to struggle to find anywhere to really do any damage. That said, the gold from Jordan is quite exposed down towards the south of his town center, so if he doesn't get some quick walls up, he could be in trouble there, actually.
Yep, men-at-arms are slowly coming forward. Jordan should be aware of this.
He starts putting down some small walls.
I don't think that's gonna be what?
All right, that's enough on the hill, apparently.
It's hard to tell these things, especially without grid mod on. But, yep, Jordan is going to be safe for the time being, so he is going to be just fine. Don't really think that there's going to be much of an issue. Tato now clicking up to feudal age. I think that's going to be the big question mark, is what is Tato going to do here as a follow-up? He does have a lot of farms. He's not going to drush FC this, just like throw down like a market in an archery range or something like that. That would be too crazy, right?
Tato's kind of crazy, though. That's the thing, right? Tato's known for these kind of bizarre builds, and it's one of those things that will be tested behind closed doors. We'll never have seen it until now, but at the same time, I do think that is very risky.
It's risky, but I said that like very specific strategy because Tato did it in King of the Desert too. He picked Saracens, I believe it was in the first round, and that is pretty much the exact way that he went right into Cav Archers. But look, Archers now streaming forward for Zupi, just the foot archer kind. I would not even mind any villagers coming forward for some tower shenanigans. What is Tato going to do? He almost has the resources for castle. Indeed, it is what I was talking about. Market plus archery range. He is going for that fast castle Cav Archer Saracen play madness.
This is amazing, but what was the Max doing there? Just a little bit over towards the west. He had scouts in the woodline on stand ground, and they just didn't do anything whatsoever. Did manage to pull some of those villagers away, but they are just hanging around his base at the moment, trying to find something to do. But there you go. We have the archer range. We have the market on the way up now as well. The problem is Zupi's here. We've got the Max here. Damage is going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's honestly kind of inexcusable to go for a drush, especially drush FC that's greedy, and then not be walled. Still, attack from Suomi is going to be deflected for the time being. Not the greatest control here, honestly, from the Max. Only 1 kill to 4 deaths for him. Men-at-Arms just kind of dancing around. Jordan just going for his own archers. And things seem pretty even on this side. Doubt looking to do some counterattack damage.
Doubt pushed it back across the map now. The Max has finally got rid of the scouts out of his base. They were in there for quite a while, but one couple spears managed to push them out now, so he is going to be looking for another place he can really get some harassment here. At the same time, Tato did throw up that defensive tower, so he's going to be looking pretty strong here. Tato on his way up into Castle Age, double archery range already. This is strong, man. If he can get away with this is great, but I feel like the danger zone's already coming past.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky. Max now in here with 3 scouts of his own. Remember, they are Frank scouts with those extra HP. And Doubt, this is the first time I've ever not seen you walled in a tournament match. Just kidding. Why aren't you walled?
Oh man, now he decides to throw up the walls. You know, it's one of those things too late, but look at this. Again, some low HP lumberjacks here as well. They are going to get blocked by the scouts extremely easy. And he's over-chopped his way out as well, so another village is going to head out through there. And looks like that's going to be another couple of villages gone just due to a couple of oversights.
Yeah, that is a little bit sloppy there from Doubt. One villager, she's trying to make it to the town center. She's trying to make it. Oh, she does make it, and a scout was sniped in the bargain, so that is going to be a little bit of a consolation prize. But all of this idle time, all of these few dead villagers, not really worth it for Doubt, and he is going to be pressured so heavily 2v1 right now.
And that's the issue right now. We did have, of course, Tato was in a really good position there. Did manage to push all this away, but as soon as they went away, they just went straight to Doubt in the pocket.
Yep, Doubt still under a ton of pressure right now. Is on gold, probably trying to click up to Castle Age, but not quite able to do that. Random militia in here from Tato. Those are still alive, I guess. But actually, they might have gotten a villager kill. I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, I don't think they're going to be doing a whole lot more.
But the issue I am seeing now is there's archers in Doubt space, there are scouts in Doubt space, there's even spearmen coming forward from the Max into Doubt space. He's going to have a big amount of trouble dealing with this one.
He will indeed. It looks like actually crossbow is going to be the play for Tato instead of Cav Archer, so that's probably just an adaptation from the 1v1 to the 3v3 setting, whereas Cav Archer you just don't have the... It's too expensive for this early in the game most of the time. So crossbows are going to be the unit of choice here for Tato, but Zupi, he's still pretty far away from the Castle Age. Did build a tower on the stone. He's actually spending a lot of villager time on stone right now.
But Doubt's just had so many idols here. This is the thing that makes it so hard for him. About half of this time there's been units in his base. He's had about 16 plus idols. Good news for him is though Tato will come in with the crossbow, so he will push these away very easily.
Indeed he will, and Doubt finds a way, man. He's going to be a little bit faster to Castle Age compared to the Max, so that's going to be pretty nice for him, but still going to be losing another villager to these archers of Zupi. Going to go to Doubt's POV right now, see the Lord himself work in his very mysterious ways. And yeah, just going to try and hold off for the time being. Meanwhile, Jordan and Valles just seem to be kind of chilling. A little bit of trading back and forth, but nothing too important.
We've got pretty much everyone in Suomi starting to put up their small walls as well. You'll see they've kind of put themselves into this little circular wall of getting as many of the resources towards the back there as they can and trying to keep it as safe as possible. At the same time here, though, like you said, we have already got Tato up into the Castle Age. Those crossbows are going to be an absolute menace to deal with.
Yeah, it's just so hard to deal with Castle Age crossbows when you have just feudal age archers. You have still a lot of villagers on stone for Zupi. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess he's just towering his own base like crazy. And sure, why not? I mean, you need to not die before your own Castle Age comes in, so this is a great way to not die.
What else have we got going on here? The big thing is that I'm trying to get the read on is exactly what we want to see in terms of the play here. Whether it's going to kind of turn into those 1v1s like we're talking about, but as Castle Age starts to come in for the pockets, obviously the pockets are going to start making the major plays here.
Yep, Jordan actually with archery range number 3 on the way, so this is going to be some fairly aggressive play from him and the rest of Team Secret. Obviously, there's not going to be any sort of stone for Tato to go for any extra town centers just yet, so Secret, contrary to what they normally prefer doing, they really seem to want to get up in Suomi's grill right here.
This is good, though. This is what they didn't do in the first one. They let the Max kind of get into his comfort zone, and then we saw exactly what happened. He just managed to slowly but surely start pushing away, and that's where the damage happened. But Doubt, again, losing so many units here. It's just been an absolute struggle for him to get going, and we've still got the Max there with scouts as well.
Yeah, Max, we're looking at his POV right now and his amazing little Minecraft mod. But yeah, that is just going to be such a tricky spot here for Doubt. Tato coming in is going to get some arrow fire onto Zupi, but it's hard to actually get any sort of long-term damage on it. But as I say that, of course, Tato finds a way, an unexposed area, or rather an exposed area, and Lots and lots of dead villagers here for our blue player who's just only clicked up to Castle Age.
That's going to hurt. It's going to hurt his production a little bit in terms of the long run here. Those crossbows, like we were saying, the extra range on them, the little bit of extra attack, it makes such a difference moving them around.
Yeah, Doubt trying to get TC number 2 up, Max as well, but Max is just a good 7 villagers ahead of the Lord himself, which is not exactly a great sign. Tato with the ballistics, obviously very, very aggressive game plan here from Team Secret. Just so many ranges for Jordan as well.
The thing I'm worried about is the Max is just left to boom again, like he had kind of in the last game. That's where he just began to overpower the entirety of Team Secret. If they leave him alone for too long here, this is where it really starts to get dangerous. At the same time, we've got Valise throwing down an extra town center as well.
Well, eventually, the house is kind of blocking most of the villagers. He'll get her done eventually. And of course, University coming in as well. Nice sort of not too greedy, not too aggressive sort of play. Going to be doing just fine, but Tato, everything is kind of riding on him to make stuff happen. He was the one with the insanely greedy opening, and yes, he has done a lot of damage to Zupi, but is it going to be enough because Doubt has been taking so much damage to compensate?
Well, that's it. If we do the comparison there, we've got about 35 villagers to, what do we got, 33. So not even that far apart. The good news for Doubt is he does have some strong military out in the field. He has got the knights out there, are still only +1 armor at this stage, but it is enough to go in and do some damage.
Yeah, it is going to be pretty tricky, but I think they still can make some damage happen. Max is here with his own scouts. They do have that critical +2 defense upgrade. Jordan now in Castle Age. Valese is going to be trying to come forward with his own crossbowman. Jordan's going to have actually +2 defense and thumb ring already, so that is going to be some very quick archer upgrades. But still, the faster working Britain range is going to help compensate for having one less archery range, and looks like they're going to just disengage for the time being. Doubt going to try and make something happen.
That's what we need from you here, Doubt. You need to jump in there, get into a wood line, get into a gold line, something like that, and just do a little bit of damage to even up these population scores at the moment. It is not looking great.
Sorry, Turk, but to the left, Max and Zupi were able to absolutely mop up all of those crossbows from Tato. It looked like a beautiful flank maneuver from the Max. Just caught the end of that engagement, and now I think we really do see Suomi in the driver's seat. Doubt needs to make something happen right here.
I don't know if he's got what he needs it to either. Some good quick walls coming down from Valise there in the top, not letting anything through in terms of those scouts. Gets one kind of pinned in there, but the villagers will be enough to deal with that. Tato kind of getting pushed back into his box here, and it looks like the force is going to move out from Zupi and the Max, and they're after blood now.
Oh, they certainly will be. Tato trying to get TC number 3 established right now, but losing all of those crossbowmen is certainly a big blow, but he's still 10 villagers ahead of Zupi, so it's not like all is lost for him. I mean, Zupi's still only on the one town center, just now getting ballistics, padded archer, and horse collar. So it's not like Secret's in an abysmal position, but I still think they're going to want to make something happen right now.
Absolutely, and at the same time, we do have Jordan moving out across the map here at the moment, turning up to Valise's TC, and hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of villager kills here at the woodline. There's 1, 2, potentially a 3rd as well, and or maybe even a 4th and a 5th. Gets a 4th and a 5th behind this as well, so starts to even that up very quickly. The thing for Doubt that we've got to be careful is though Valise wasn't there to defend because he was out pushing against Doubt. He's going to be able to shred through those knight numbers very quickly. Only the +1 armor on them.
Yeah, of course, Doubt not going to be able to have the economy you need to afford those expensive upgrades and the expensive knights, and this is just going to be so hard for our Hun player to hang on to. I mean, he's on 3 TCs. They're in a pretty decent position, but you're going to punch through those walls super quickly, even without that Saracen team bonus. And yeah, Doubt going to have at least a little bit of idle time as we see so many armies converging here at the base of Doubt.
Everyone is a Doubt. Everyone.
I mean, who doesn't want to be with Doubt?
But this could be absolutely horrible for him. If the army's breaking through the back here, manage to get into it, look at this. We've even got the knights just running straight on top of things. We're going to be able to clean up what's left of Jordan here at the front as well with all these crossbow numbers. But again, where can these things happen?
It's really, really hard. Doubt. Hun's obviously not a good defensive civ whatsoever, and it is just so hard to not take a ton of damage right now. Doubt trying to hold on as best he can, but his villager count is just not exactly world-beating. He's just losing bills left, right, and center, and Jordan's going to try and come in with the reinforcements, but Valese, really great macro from him, honestly, even with, I think, just the 2 ranges. Yeah, just 2 ranges from him, and he's still able to outmask Jordan with the 3 archery ranges. I mean, yeah, I know the Britain bonus is great, but this is still really nice play from him, honestly. Really huge army. 49 military for a green player. Again,
the team play here from Suomi converging on this position. They've managed to take the high ground here as well, so if they need to fight against Tato, they can. We've got the knights to work as that bulk, which the big thing of that is they have the +2 on these knights. The Max has got it, but it looks like we do see a little bit of a sling starting up.
Yep, looks like Tato will be slinging Doubt just to try and get him back in this game. You just cannot succeed in an Age of Empires team game with your pocket in such a rough spot. But again, that kind of begs the question of why would Tato on the flank go for such a greedy strategy? I mean, Suomi just punished it by just not even going for Tato, just killed Doubt. He's going for scouts. Nothing he can do to defend. Knight numbers for Max are looking a little bit low, but that is such a large number of crossbowmen, Turk.
Velusa is looking so good. 44 crossbows here on the match, ready to go. Jordan, I'm not sure exactly what he can do about this. 12 crossbows, a couple of skirmishes. Good news for him is he did get elite skirmisher early on in the matchup, but again, how do you even begin to fight against this? The Britons as well, the 5+3 range is going to make the micromanagement just that little bit easier as well.
Indeed, it will. Looks like Zupi going to be trying to swing around onto the base of Tato. Still, Tato way ahead of Zupi in terms of economy, but the thing with Tato is he's not really contributing a ton militarily, and that is just such a big problem. Yeah, this is looking, I think, really, really rough for Team Secret right now. Huge military deficit, almost half.
I'm just trying to find a way they can deal a killing blow at the moment. Obviously, if they get into the back of Doubt's eco here, it's going to do a whole bunch of damage. The villager does survive there versus the one knight, which is nice to see. But in reality, look at this. They're just starting to constrict those archers with such long range at this stage. Going to be able to just fire in and just annihilate the economy of Doubt.
Yeah, I think Doubt's going to be trying to go for a fast imp, and that's going to be his sort of way out. But Veles is already on the way to imp. Of course, Britain's going to be able to do that fairly comfortably. Suomi just with a massive lead across the board, and that's just so many crossbowmen. Even though the Max doesn't have a ton of knights right now, he still has a few to throw in as a meat shield to prevent the skirms from being especially terrifying. And, oh man, this is just looking so rough here for Secret. The team play of Suomi is just incredible.
Exactly. This is where they're at their strongest. Their 2v2s, they really start to pull things together. 3v3s, they're amazing. And 4v4s, going to help you if you're up against them. The strategies they have to work with are absolutely amazing. We've got the bulk of the knights here coming in from the Max now as well. Looks like Jordan might be looking for an engagement. Doubt's looking for an engagement here as well. But the thing is, with the crossbow numbers, he's got skirmishes mixed in there as well. The knights are going to make short work of this, and so are the crossbows.
Yeah, certainly. Max, of course, also been booming on 4 TCs, is at 101 villagers. This dude's mechanics are just absolutely insane. All TCs pumping the units right now, and just everywhere it seems like Secret is under pressure.
I'm just struggling right now to find them a way out. There's just so much fighting going on at the moment. Suomi have a great set of map control now. We can see Jordan and Doubt kind of getting together here, so they will have a little bit of a mountain offensive if they do need to. They can push out against this, or at least just delay it a little bit longer than they need to. Doubt's university has been denied as well, but he's starting to go down with some extra stables.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was thinking of trying to click up to Imp, because otherwise the university doesn't really make a ton of sense. I mean, like, what are you getting it for other than clicking up to Imp? He already has the monastery. But, I mean, throwing down the extra stables also sort of indicates you want to make a ton of knights. So I think, really, Secret's just kind of floundering right now.
I agree entirely, and I think the big thing behind this, Velusa is going to be able to start pushing very, very hard. He's going to hit Imperial soon, which means he's going to have access to that siege and the technology that he needs to be able to make those engagements happen and really kind of deny Nili. And Tato, again, losing that huge group of crossbows is Suomi are just completely coordinated yet again.
Yeah, almost exactly double the military right now for Team Suomi, a good 50 villagers ahead overall. Even Zupi, who's in, not the greatest spot in the world, able to find these little pockets of damage to make something happen. And here's Doubt clicking up to the Imperial Age. This is Secret's play. This is the only way they see they can come back in this game. And I just don't see it happening, not with Veles already imp.
And again, look at the text. We've got Bracer, Arbalest, Chemistry, everything getting dropped down straight away. These crossbows, or soon to be Arbalest, are going to be so hard to engage. He's got the extra range on them, again, just thanks to the Britain's bonus. He's then got the Bracer range on them. How do you even begin to push into these?
I mean, you're going to want Paladin +4 defense, then the Britons, of course, are going to fall apart, but you don't have that kind of time or those kind of resources. I mean, it's only 67 fills. Now we're going to go to the Max. He is just about ready to click to Imperial Age. He has plenty of knights rolling, and Suomi, they're out for blood. They want to close out this game number 2.
Oh, this is fantastic play from them across so many things. I remember when we were looking at it earlier, and Zuki was just in a bad position when it came down to both mangonels there, gone for free. Not exactly what we want to see. But at the same time, yeah, I remember we were talking about Zupi being the one here that was having a little bit of struggle with the eco. Doubt has been hammered so hard here that Zupi has overtaken him. Massive military count of 33 behind that as well. So starting to really hold the team up here as well. But look at the people. We've got the Max, 126 villagers. Felici, 85 compared to the 85 of Tato, 68 of Doubt, and only 87 of Jordan.
Oh, man, and what's Doubt most known for in the world?
The castle.
Oh, man. You know, you have to break the stereotype doubt. You have to, you know, not have doubt castles for people to stop making fun of you. But
this hurts, man. Look at the villager count just absolutely plummet for him. The army count's still at about 20, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near enough to engage this. Jordan's here in the front trying to help this one as well, but the Knights is going to come down straight on top of those crossbows. But it looks like, what's the point when you can just hang out with the Arbalest there from the Britons and just slowly whittle them away?
yeah, and then somehow Zupi's also able to pressure Tato on his side, which I'm pretty amazed by. Doubt not able to get that castle up. He is an Imperial Age, trying to get Cavalier rolling. He even has enough resources for plate barding, but not much else. Just 24 military as he hits him. Nowhere near enough here for Secret, and Zupi and Max both about to hit him pretty soon.
Zupi even dropping the forward siege workshops. He really wants to start doing the damage here. But there's the GG. We have Suomi take the second game in the series, putting them only one away from a victory in the 3v3s.
That is pretty insane. Beautiful play across the board here from Team Suomi. Secret went with a very greedy opening with Tato, leaving Doubt a little bit vulnerable, but it worked out for them. It was just enough, and Suomi able to totally pressure down Doubt.
If anyone in the chat would like this time to kind of redo what you were thinking the scores were going to be for the end of this, who was going to be the winner, feel absolutely free. But at the same time, that was an insane game number 2. And again, the coordination, the team play between the Finnish team we've got here, Suomi, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and well, the one thing that can be said for Secret is that they did use Saracens, which is one of their weaker civs, so if they can get that one win and push this to a game number 5, they might be in a situation where they have the better civs with which to work. But
at this stage, man, if they get one game, they're going to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, Secret, I don't think they've won at all today. Wait, they haven't. I have been casting all day.
You have no break for Ornlu, but that's it. And I guess that's the thing we can kind of talk about here a little bit as well. We did have Doubt and Tato go ahead in the 2v2s. And at the same time, coming off a loss like that immediately into a 3v3, especially as high pressure as this, it's got to do something to your mental state. You've got to be thinking, oh, what can we kind of do, coming off a little bit of a loss. So this is really bad for them. That's 4 losses in a row, really.
Yeah, I mean, if any team can turn it around, it would be Secret. They are certainly very, very resilient, if nothing else. But they're going to need to make it happen on the epitome of an escape tournament map, Baltic.
Baltic, this is what we've been working up to, ladies and gentlemen, for 1 year. Baltic 3v3, Secret versus Suomi coming up next.
So I guess we will just be jumping into the next game soon, I hope.
The players are just going to take one break for 1 second there. Just have a little bit of a drink, stand up for 1 second. So we will be back with game number 3 in just 1 second.
Yep. So going to be, I think, still pretty Secret favored.
We are back for game number 3, Secret versus Suomi. Suomi already on 2 victories. This is a best of 5 series. All it's going to take is one more game. Suomi get that game, they're going to have 3 extra points for the tally here as well.
Yeah, and that will be huge for them. They had a very poor first day, only barely picking up that one win at the very end in a very close series against AM. But in day number 2, they are looking very, very strong. And Secret kind of not doing so great, but there we go.
Well, who's this man and why is he here?
Got to go full anime mode. It is the Viper arriving.
Here we go.
Viper.
Oh, I thought I was really about to pat him on the head, and that just would have been absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah. But Viper,
well done. Thank you for subbing in for me. Giving Doubt a little bit of a pep talk.
Oh, yeah.
I wish we had the team comms right now so badly.
Oh, Doubt, stop throwing away units.
All right, so we've got Viper in here. Couch. Yeah, you're right. Doubt, what were you doing last game? You got 3v1 and no one came to help you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Viper, though, even if he's not playing right now, being the good team captain, there to rally the troops, make sure that his team is in a good mindset going into game number 3 here. And, yeah, that is going to be really important for Secret because they totally can bring this back, but they gotta pull something out.
Exactly. They've got to really think about this one, so we're happy to give the players the extra time here. They need to figure out the civs they're going into. The last thing we want is to give them a little bit of extra pressure, not exactly get what they want, but we want an amazing series out of this. It's an amazing series we've got every game this tournament. So if we can push this into a 2-2 even from here now that their fearless leader has arrived, we'll see what decides to happen.
Yeah, because if there's...
Wait, here we go. We've got some news. Viper's switching in with Doubt.
Oh, Doubt.
So who are we going to have? We're going to have Tato, Jordan, Viper.
Doubt benched. Feels Doubt, man.
Was not impressed. Look, he was going 3v1
yeah,
last game. Like, cut the man some slack.
Yeah.
But there you go. Viper is subbing in. We'll see if this one makes a difference. For those wondering at home, the teams are made up in a way that they can be switched in and out with players depending on what is going on. And it looks like the Viper is feeling much better. And he's here to rally his team and back for blood.
Yeah, I mean, Viper has played incredibly well today. So, well, not today, but yesterday he played extraordinarily well. And they're, I think, going to be looking over maybe the wreck of that last game. Going to be trying to figure out something. Team Secret definitely always trying to strategize and think of the next step.
All right, and look at this. We've even got the whole team here together for the draft, just trying to figure out what civs they want to use. Of course, we are going into Baltic. This is a tried and true map of Age of Empires. We've seen it all the way through ECL as well, so players have no excuse to not have any practice on this.
Yeah, of course, and I think that with Viper coming in especially, Secret is just going to be so heavily favored. I really do think. All, mental state aside, Secret, they have the 2 best water players in the world, Viper and Tato. So
and especially on a hybrid map like this as well, this is where these 2 players absolutely flourish. This is their chance to begin turning this around.
There we can see some empty chairs.
Of course, Team Finland at the moment taking 1 second, just go bathroom, get some drinks, have a bit of a break. They've earned it,
Oh, yeah, certainly. They are looking really, really strong. But thinking towards the future here for Baltic, Viking Pocket for Viper, 99.9% chance guaranteed. And then Italian plus Byzantine flank, I think, would be objectively the best pick. But do you do something like Koreans here? Because, you want to be able to save civs for later maps. Because you don't want to end up with just not great civs for the last map.
But at the same time, I feel like it's one of those things where you really have to figure out how to get there first, right? Because they are coming off 2 losses here. If they can't rally it, and at the same time, they're coming off 4 losses in reality. So they've really got to kind of get that hype up, get that motivation, and then the players will be in a much better place. But like we said, who's he swapping out for?
Oh.
I think we believe he was swapping out for Doubt, or is he swapping out for Jordan?
It looks like he's swapping.
All right. Looks like they've made a team decision here after the huddle, and Viper is swapping out for Jordan. So we will have Tato, Jordan, and Doubt.
Jordan's not back.
No, Jordan. Jordan is not back.
Jordan
we'll
is
have Tato,
back.
Doubt, and Viper.
No, Jordan's back to the bench.
Jordan back. Don't worry, man. You're still in the competition for the best photo of the event. Don't worry about that.
Oh, man, this is going to be so freaking tense here for game number 3.
I'm actually really interested to see how much of a difference it makes, and someone should check with them, because I don't know how I feel like using the team comms, but this may be like the chance at the start, see if we get a little motivational speak from Viper. So I'm a little bit iffy about it personally, but yeah, so it's not just me. Cool.
Yeah, no, I think that's not really what Secret needs right now, and I would want Secret and Suomi to both be performing at their fullest potential. But speaking of Suomi, I think civs for them, Japanese, Malay. Again, do you want to use a stronger civ here like Mongols? Or do you go for Berbers who are pretty decent on water, or maybe even a Khmer or something?
I guess that's a question. Like I was saying before, I think it's really important that they get a win here. Obviously, Finland can just push for it right now if they want to, but it means if they do lose the map straight away, they run into a little bit more issues coming into game 4 and 5. However, just thinking of like the mentality behind it for Secret, I think they need to go hard here because, you know, you've got to get a game before you can start looking at the 4th and 5th game here, right?
Yeah, especially since game number 4, Enemy Archipelago, it is going to be a complete mess. Then we could see even stuff like Rubenstock coming in and just totally making the game a complete mess for everybody. And then game 5 on Oasis, that is going to be such a slow, drawn-out slugfest of a map, and that is where Suomi is going to excel. I know I've talked to them, and they wished BF was in this map pool.
So for those that have missed the last couple of minutes here on stream, we have had the Viper re-enter the building. He will be taking over for Jordan, who will be subbed out for this match. So we will have Tato, we will have Doubt, and we will have the Viper.
We will indeed. Remember, guys, players can pick their positions in this 3v3 format, so that's why we're saying stuff like, oh, Viper can go Viking Pocket, and it will be very strong and tough to deal with for Suomi. So we'll have to see if they're going to be able to do that. How are they going to combat that? They should know it's coming. I'm ready to 14.
I am so ready right now. Obviously, the Viper's going to have to get set up. His hotkeys going to have to be changed over. Make sure he's got the table right, you know, all those kind of things. Especially going into a game this important. 2 wins from Finland already. 3 points for the standing here. Can we actually get a look at the standings as well? Just for those that are at home playing along. There we go, guys. So we've got Team Secret on 4 points, AM on 3, and Finland only on 2, or Suomi, I should say. At the same time, guys, remember each set is worth a different amount. 1v1's 1 point, 2v2's 2 point, 3v3, 3 points. 3 points here. If Suomi get this game, we'll put them on top of the ladder.
It will not quite guarantee them a spot in the grand finals, but it will be the next best thing, essentially. And if Secret wins, they just are in the finals, so that's just pretty straightforward. So, yeah.
Well, that's it. It comes down to one thing from there, but at the same time, we're getting there.
Yeah. Slowly but surely, this has been quite a series already.
And here we go, Viper getting set up at the stage there, of course. Jordan there to help him, as always. Hopefully we'll see the little motivational speak there from both of them. These two have been playing together for roughly about 10 years now.
Yeah, something like that. One of course, Secret, formerly Tyrant, one of the strongest, oldest clans out there that are still active. And they've always been an incredibly dominant force in the scene.
Absolutely, and just it's one of those things. If you've been playing the game for a long time, you know who Jordan is, whether he's playing or not at the moment. You know the name, just smiley man as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, this just got so exciting. Like, I know it's only the addition of one player, but it is debatably the best player in the world, and at the same time,
debatably?
the team captain.
Yeah.
Look, I reckon you could... look,
No,
after
you
yesterday's performance,
No,
hey.
you can't.
Yeah, good luck with that one. But essentially, we've had the best player in the world turn up to lead his team, so we'll see exactly how much of a difference it does decide to make.
Yeah, it could be absolutely everything. And if Viper comes back and turns this around for a 3-2 win for Secret, that would be like the most epic anime ending of all time for this series.
We're going to need a new overlay for that one, I think. But
oh, yeah.
At the same time here as well, Suomi are coming off 2 victories. They're looking like they're in absolutely amazing form. Their strategy is smart. Their strategy is well planned and well practiced. So it's one of those things where I think we might even have a couple more minutes before we begin here, just because Team Secret are going to have to do a little bit of a secret huddle and figure out exactly how they want to deal with this and what can go on. Suomi just taking a little bit of a breather at the moment. They have the chance with Viper coming in, so we'll be back in just 1 second with games.
I think. Probably.
No, we can keep hanging out.
I guess we're just going to keep hanging out.
All right, and what else are we seeing here at the moment? So Finland's actually not on the stage right now. We can see so many people out here that I know, though, and it's absolutely crazy. Thank you to everyone who came down for the LAN for this. Seeing everyone in the crowd here, rooting for your favorite teams, giving us high fives, just, you know, just in general, having good conversations about the game. It's one of those things where, you know, you can just walk into the building, find a group of people, and you're like, how crazy has this been? And then, bang, you're there for the rest of the night.
Oh, yeah. No, this has been an absolutely incredible experience. It's been great to meet all of you guys and just hang out with you. And, yeah, it's all these names that we can... you know, see online all the time, but never get to, you know, interact with most of the time. But looks like we will go to a pre-recorded interview whilst the Viper gets set up, according to the magical text from the sky.
We'll be back in just 1 second.
Hello, we're sat down with Zuppy for a very special interview. All right, it's great to have you here. Seriously, it's amazing that we could get you to come over for the LAN. How are you guys feeling? Are you excited?
Yeah. Thanks for having us here. Yeah, I'm really excited. We are all really excited to like all the stuff here looks amazing. The setup looks amazing. So can't wait for the games.
Awesome. And obviously, this is quite a big LAN final for you guys. You've had experience at LAN finals before in China against the Brazilian team for the Clan Masters. Obviously, this is another one of those big events, and Suomi usually comes to those events very well prepared. So do you think that this time you will be the most prepared team?
Well, we have practiced a lot. We have thought about strategies, like what we want to do, and practicing drafting, and so we have a nice hang of that. I don't know how much the others have practiced, but yeah, we have definitely put some time to the practice.
Some kind of practice schedule, or is it really just sort of as much as you can get?
Yeah, it's more like on which days we can have the most people available. So we work around that, and yeah, we don't have any schedules for the practice actually. Yeah.
Are you all quite busy in life? Is it hard to find time to play sometimes, or are you usually available to put the time in?
It has been changing. For example, during the season, it was sometimes hard to find time, at least for me. But now for the finals, we have all had a lot of time, so we have been able to put the hours in.
Nice, that's what we like to hear. So who's the driver behind that team preparation? Do you sort of strategize together as a team, or is there one person who sort of says, look, maybe we should consider this, and then you talk about it?
I would think that it's mostly like Ruben and Max who are coming like with the first like rough idea for the strategy, and then we are discussing it, and I am like the opponent of the strategy, so I am thinking like, oh, what can go wrong, what we can do better, and how about this, how about that, and so we sort of like throw out ideas, what we want to do and how we want to do. And
so it really is a team effort, but you have different roles within that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, I would say so.
So Suomi seems to get stronger the more players that you have in the match. Your 4v4 stats show that you perform better in that than in the 3v3s, and then better in the 3v3s than the 2v2s. Obviously, in the ECL Grand Final here, there won't be any 4v4s. Do you think that will impact the team?
No, I don't believe it will have negative effect on our performance. Like, we like to play 4 against 4. We are confident in that, but I don't see if that would be the reason why we couldn't do well in the finals.
And you're very strong 1v1 players as well. I mean, who do you expect will be on the roster for the 1v1 matches?
From us, do I have to reveal it already?
Well, no one else is going to know before now and then, so...
Well, it's going to be Max and Villes, like those two guys, they're beasts.
So it's not really uncommon for us to see a million teal paladins running across the map. It seems like Team Suomi's focus is really about getting Max to full strength so he can sort of lead the team. Do you think that we'll see a lot of slinging here in the tournament in the 3v3s?
Yeah, I actually do think so. Because like some of the maps, like if you gain control, for example, of some crucial area of the map, then you're more than likely to win the game. So just sling to get the control and go for there. So yeah, definitely.
And does that mean then that you think that maybe sling is too strong, or do you think that it's really more just a part of the game? Does it need maybe some tweaking?
On certain maps it can be too strong, like it's the only way to play is to go for the sling. If you don't sling, you're gonna lose against sling. It's simple as that. Personally, I don't like the slinging game that much. I would much rather see some games without sling and like tournaments without sling and so on.
Do you think the way to do that is to ban slinging or just nerf it, make it so bad that you wouldn't do it?
I would just go for the ban. Like if you can't choose the position on the map, earlier if you had like bad pocket civilization, you had to go for the sling, but nowadays without the positions and everything and drafting, and you can like plan better and not have sling as...
Does Team Suomi have any favorite opponents, teams or players that you just love to play against?
Well, we like to play them all. Like we like challenging games and we want to play strong teams, and that's the most fun for us. So we are happy to play every opportunity we get.
So thank you very much for taking the time to sit down with us. Good luck with the tournament, and we'll see you on the main stage.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are going into game number 3 between Suomi and Secret. Suomi currently up 2-0, one more win and they get the points for this round, and it will be looking extremely good for them, putting them into number 1 position on the ladder.
Yep, I am ready to go. I hope they are too, because game number 3 on Baltic, of all the maps, is very likely to decide this series. Will Secret be able to make the comeback happen?
That's what we're waiting to see here. We've had an extra player step in as well for Team Secret. Viper has made his way back to the stage. We have had Jordan sub out, so Viper will be here to hopefully lead his team into a little bit more of a victory. They're off to a rocky start, as you can see that 0-2 against Suomi, but I guess if anything's going to change the motivation, having the world's debatably best player here on their side, going to give them a little bit of a boost.
A morale boost, if nothing else, and I think that having this little bit of a break, having the opportunity to calm down a little bit, don't get tilted or anything like that, should be a really good opportunity here for Secret to make something happen.
And this is even some news just coming in right now. Things are being taken very seriously on the stage. Nose pads have been busted out, Civ strategies and things have been going on as well. So it looks like Secret are going to have a good play at this. They've definitely not counted themselves out. And again, debatably the best team in the world here. They're going to take this seriously and they're going to try and get themselves. I think if they win this one, I think they're pretty much through. If we can have a look at the standings again, please.
Yes, if they win this series, they are 100% through, because they already have 6 points, and you need 7 points to 100% qualify for the finals.
This is fantastic. This is fantastic news for Secret if they can pull this one back, which means they need 3 games in a row against, again, the team that's just been wiping the floor with everyone in team games.
Yeah, they have been looking so strong, that is Suomi. But it's not that Suomi's bad on water maps, but they're nowhere near as dominant as Secret is, and with the civs that Secret have available to them for water, I think this, if any map is where the turnaround is going to happen, it's going to be here on Baltic.
Exactly. The ability that the hybrid players have in here, we've got people like the Viper, Tato, etc. for Secret. These are the players that can kind of really pull things back on here, but at the same time, the way Suomi have been playing, the way they've been actually reading the game and setting themselves up, has just been absolutely spot on. There's nothing that could have been done by Secret here to really stop them.
Oh yeah, it's not been Secret playing poorly, it's just that Suomi's coordination in terms of taking fights and overall long-term strategy and game planning, just so immaculate for the Finns. But now that Viper's here, they're going to be looking to turn something around. Viper brings, of course, that just X factor, that star power factor, that arguably Suomi doesn't quite have. Yes, the Max is an amazing player, but still not quite with the storied 1v1 results that Viper's had.
And look at this, we've got the team captain here leading his team hopefully to a victory in this one coming up here. They get this one and could put them into a better mindset for things again. Like you said, already having that captain here is going to help out. So we'll see exactly how this one decides to play out. But look at this, we've got hands on mice, we've got keyboards ready to go. We might be just about ready for game number 3.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
right.
maybe. I don't know. Hopefully.
Hopefully, that'd be nice.
They look ready to go. And
ooh, Baltic.
Ooh, pretty DE graphics. I mean, really, is there any more fitting way for this series to go than to be on Baltic?
But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Match number 3 between Suomi and Secret. We are on Baltic.
We are indeed. Of course, we will have Team Secret here with Doubt in Viper's yellow, I guess, but he will be the Italians on the right flank for Team Secret. In not yellow, but purple, will be the Viper as the Vikings in the pocket. Oh yeah, that's because it's fixed positions. And Tato will be the red Byzantines on the left flank.
Then we've got the Max in the green playing as the Berbers. His pocket going to be Velisi playing in the teal as the Portuguese. And in the blue, last but not least, we do have Zupi playing as the Mongols as blue.
So we do see here that Suomi opting for 3 strong civilizations. I think they had Malay, but didn't choose to go for that. But still, a lot of good water civs. Having the Mongol flank going to be really, really powerful just in getting up and running so quickly. But Italians going to be one of the better civs, I think, in dealing with that early on, just because you have the cheaper Asia, the cheaper fishing ships. If any civ can keep up with the Mongols, it would be Italians. And, of course, Italians going to scale much, much better into the game.
And let's have a look at how this start is going to go for everyone. I can't see anyone that's too close here to the shoreline to make things a little bit of an issue. I guess kind of looking over towards the Max's base. Zupi is quite further away. Velisi, again, And I think the Viper's probably the other one that's going to have the most trouble here with in terms of how close the water is going to be to this TC.
Yeah, it might become a bit of an issue. Also worth mentioning is that because of this little finger of the water just kind of stretches out to the left of the map, it's actually a pretty long rush distance as far as Baltic goes. Although I guess maybe, you know, Tato, he's right here at the end. Something that also could be a problem is that if Max docks here and, you know, is able to win water against Tato, he might just be totally trapped in this little corner of the bay.
Oh, very much so. I'm kind of looking at the way that this inner kind of little lake here is spread out, and it is very far reaching towards a lot of the corners of the map. So later on, a lot of the landmass is going to be hittable for anyone that's kind of taken water.
Yep. Also, just of noting, Byzantines versus Berbers here on the left flank, faster attacking fire ships versus the faster moving ships. Going to, I think, be pretty even, but things are going to be, I think, come down here to the pocket where Viper, as the Vikings, you can go fast castle longboats with the long rush distances that pocket gives you. And with the Viking economy plus the power of longboats, it could be very hard to stop. Portuguese, certainly not a bad water civilization by any means, but I think it can be really tricky to deal with Vikings here.
Absolutely. Like we said, the notepads have been busted out with this one. Everyone knows exactly what their strategy is on Team Secret. It's been taking it very seriously. So we'll see exactly if these strategies really seem to help them out.
Yeah, of course, the members of Team Secret are known for goofing around, memeing sometimes, not taking things super seriously, but apparently they were all business just a few moments ago, really, really making sure they're doing everything in their power to win this series. They lost the series 0-2 earlier in the 2v2, now down 0-2 in the 3v3. They are really need to make something happen, and this is really their best chance to do so.
I'm seeing Tato moving forward with his scout now as well. Looks like he wants to get some scouting information there nice and early. We do have a lot of flares coming down for Team Secret as well. The communication here must be great.
Indeed, it needs to be a Viper with a rather bad dock, honestly. I think he just must have not seen a little bit of land going out to the north of the dock, so he would have much rather have put it, you know, somewhere a little ways to the east. But at least he can put his additional docks in that direction, and it's not the worst thing ever. Everything should be just fine here, but obviously going to be a very aggressive opening, especially on the right flank as the docks are within a screen of each other.
Whoa, that was nearly a lost villager there for Vizupi. It was very, very close. One hit away before it got back to the town center. Good news is, though, the villager is not gone, so we're looking at a pretty smooth opening here from all our players.
Indeed, everything, I guess, is ending up just fine. Zupi did have to go ahead and grab Loom, I guess, but not really, I guess, the end of the world. Still very likely to get a good uptime. 500 food for him, and we're going to be seeing 19 pop up. There we go. Yeah, or 20 pop up, rather, my bad. But yeah, just 2 fishing ships here. Really, really, really aggressive play here. We're going to have to see how Doubt is going to be able to compete with that. He's likely going to be going up just after Loom completes.
This is very classic in terms of Team Suomi. We've been able to see them just execute so many different strategies just absolutely amazingly. And being able to bet 100% on these kind of maps, it's where you become a real world-class team. So we'll see if Secret can begin to hold this off.
It's going to be pretty tricky for sure. I think, what is Veles going to do from Pocket? Because it's very, very obvious what Viper is going to be doing. So is Veles going to be going for galleys right away and then just trying to combat the longboats with, you know, galleys, war galleys? Or is he going to try and go like...
There's a transport ship from the Max that I would like to bring out very quickly. Sorry to interrupt, but I think this is important.
No, it's not. Let me talk, damn it. No, but I think this is obviously going to be a huge play, but it's not the fastest uptime in the world. 22 pop, or what would have been if it were, you know, normal 1v1. But yeah, so that just like, yeah, 2 fishing ships for him. Still going to be pretty crazy. I was just going to save up less. It could be fast castled caravels, which would, you know, absolutely make my memes dreams.
At the same time, let's have a look at where this ship is going to land. Tato has already started walling off his side of the map there. Doubt looks like not too much, but at the same time, is he going to try and get onto the land right next to Viper there? And is Viper going to see this?
Oh man, is Viper going to see this? Going to go to his POV, and oh no, Max!
What? What was... There we go. The dock brings it out just in time.
Oh, Viper almost certainly saw that. He is pinging like crazy. I thought it was a really cool play to go for Viper, who, again, it's very, very predictable that he'd try and go for the greedy fast castle longboats here.
Come on, wall the villager in. Wall the villager in. The scout gets it. No.
The Doubt quick wall fails. Again. But at least he's going to try and run away with the villager.
Look at this. We've got Velise and we've also got them. We've got Velise and we've got Zupi here. All the scouts are here to deny these docks as well.
Oh, Doubt trying to wall off. Oh, Doughty. Oh, no. Viper still hasn't clicked up, by the way. Everybody here on Suomi's in the feudal age. They smell blood in the water. Forward stable here for the Max. Yes, Secret knows what's coming, but that doesn't help them necessarily in stopping it. What is going to be the game plan here? Galleys here for Zupi as well. He didn't even mess around with fire galleys. He is just cleaning up all of the fish of Doubt.
This is an absolutely brutal opening. From there as well, the Max is throwing down a stable straight on top of Doubt. They are just going to cut the head off the snake here and deal with it. Well, not the actual snake, but Doubt being one of the snakes.
You know, he's close enough. But Viper just now clicking up to feudal age. I think it's really cool that Zupi double dock, just very standard quote unquote super fast uptime for Mongols on water, but then going right into galleys, just skipping the fire galleys entirely, just thinking that okay, I can mass up enough galleys so that when my enemy fire galleys come out, I'll have enough galleys to deal with them. I think that's really cool.
The good news is Max is here with his, Valise is here with his galleys as well, fire galleys, and we'll be able to counteract the fire galleys of Doubt while we have the galleys from Zupi basically picking off anything they can around the area.
Yeah, Tato going to be trying to snipe the Max's fishing ships, but as Berbers rather, you are able to sail away just a bit more quickly. Also, looks like all of these fishing ships are getting absolutely annihilated by Zupi. He has 6 kills, 0 deaths, and that is only going to be increasing. Secret, they are on the ropes already in this game.
Again, this is where Suomi have proved exactly how good they are time after time again. This is so coordinated. The deadliness of this knows no bounds. And even then, look at this. Viper's been forced off of his gold as the fact that Max transported some villages over, and he's building a tower right next to it on the opposite side of the map.
Oh, this is not what you want to build ships. Look at Viper's resources. He's still pretty close to Castle Age res, but he's got so little food economy. He's got 6 villagers on forge bushes, but of course, as Vikings on water, you're relying on those fishing ships, and Viper's lost almost, if not all of them, and this is really a disaster already. 5 fishing ship advantage here for Suomi.
This is just absolutely brutal. We've got Viper trying to throw down his first stable here. He just wants to get onto the ground. He needs some units here that he can really work with, but at the same time, the Max is already up on 3, and look at this. We've got Zupi hanging out here over us already.
Yeah, lots of fire ships spewing, well, fire back and forth. Of course, you have to remember that the Portuguese are going to have a little bit more HP with which to work. Scouts trying to run around, not able to deal with the Viper's powers of quick walls, but still, Viper not quite able to click up to Castle Age. And look at this. Viper would normally probably just go market blacksmith, but is instead going for the blacksmith stable. So he is just going to try and get some Viking knights out just to clean up all of the stuff that Max is doing forward. But you can tell that Suomi have just thrown a total wrench into what Secret's wanting to do.
This is just absolutely beautiful play by them. Everything there came together amazingly. Even though they did see the landing a little bit earlier, they still managed to snag the villager from Doubt. They've denied so many of the docks coming up. This has been absolutely perfect for them.
Yeah, I think maybe Zupi was able to snipe another reinforcing ship of Tatos. Viper now still able to click up to Castle Age. That would be a huge deal. Remember, Byzantine fire galleys are going to be quite nice, and the galleys do not have fletching, but still, this is looking super rough here for Team Secret. They need Viper to get those longboats rolling.
I'm just looking at the military counts right now. We're 18 to 30. It is a big difference. I have just about the entire water control already. We've got those galleys out from Zupi, 10 already out in play. Like you were saying, they are out already, and as soon as they can get those fire galley meat shields in front of them, they'll be able to do some damage. Valisa even here with the demolition rafts as well. Going to try and get some good connects behind those.
Doubt with an attempt at that split. It was an okay demolition ship hit, nothing too crazy, but remember, guys, Portuguese, that 10 extra HP can make all of the difference in these very, very close water fights. Galleys even swooping around from the left-hand side, and these ships are really looking to be in a bad spot here for Doubt. He might just get overwhelmed on water before Viper can bail him out with longboats.
And here comes the galleys at the same time, going to be able to take out those fleeing fire ships so easily. Obviously really good in numbers, but at the same time here, there might just be enough to deal with this.
Yeah, and the galleys, there are just so many of them here for Zupi. 12 military is pretty crazy. Doubt, POV right now, trying to maintain whatever fire ships he can. Does have 8 military, but
he has just been surrounded.
Yeah, it's just Max is being so annoying here in the back of the base of Doubt and of Viper, forcing towers and stuff like that out of them, forcing walls. That's not what you want in water maps. And then on the other side, Tato not able to get at least a ton of damage done. And you can see there's even 17 fire ships right out for Valese right now.
The good news is, though, for Team Secret, Tato has got a landing in play here. He's got archers all the way up inside the Max's base. If he can make something happen here, he even quarters the villagers on the wood line.
Able to do that, and this is exactly what Team Secret needs. They needed Tato to do something, as he really wasn't attacked all that much. And, well, Faster moving Berber villagers will help save at least some of them, but this is completely thrown off the Max. Not that the Max was likely to be like the big scary player anyway since he went forward, but he does have the resources to click up. Does he not have the buildings? I guess not.
And at the same time here, we've got Viper throwing down a secondary dock as well. We'll start the longboat production there, so he will be getting onto the water, but is it going to be too little too late?
Yeah, Veles clicking up for his own part, so that is going to be first player in Castle Age here for Suomi. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough for Secret, though, because Viper, he has to even rebuild all of these docks. He's got the nicely striped longboats here. They already have the Bodkin Arrow upgrade, but Viper, he's only on the 30 villagers, 0 fishing ships for him, just trying to clean up all the random stuff that's in his base. This knight will eventually kill this tower, but I don't even think he has any gold income right now.
Even at this,
no, he's all up the left.
Zupi's beginning to wall off his side of the map as well, so he's looking extremely good there. The Max actually starting his walls off as well, so he should be in a good place here. We have a couple of rogue fire ships around from Tato, just trying to do what damage they can, deny some of that wall off, but at the same time, these archers in the middle of the Max's base still have not been dealt with.
They have not been dealt with, nor will they be dealt with any time especially soon. But if we're going to be able to see Max maybe just get up one stable, get maybe +1 defense for his cavalry, he can't afford both of those things. I think that might be enough just with, 1 or 2 +1 knights to fend off Tato, but this is still looking really bad. Tato even potentially on the verge of losing some docks.
Tato actually transporting a villager across the map as well, relatively about close to the middle there. He will hopefully get it across to be able to do some kind of forward work here, but at the same time, I am very worried this will be scouted very, very quickly here. And look at that. There we go. At least it has seen it, and look at that transport ship. So close to death already, but look at this. They get pulled.
Oh, no. A little bit of miscontrol there from Veles. It looks like Tato will be able to land. Villagers are here already for the Max, and I'm sure they're going crazy like that in TeamSpeak, but this is still a very tricky position. Looks like 4 villagers of the Max were all finally cleared up. There's still a lot of galleys for Zupi. No, they're nowhere near as good as longboats, but the numbers just heavily in favor of our blue player, over double. If the fire ships of the Max here, or sorry, of Veles will be able to push forward, Viper could struggle here. He really needs to show off his amazing micro.
That's it, and this is exactly the moment we're hoping for here. We can see the water dance has begun, but just again, Suomi have found themselves so far ahead, just thanks to the absolute spanner thrown in the works here. We've still got Tato with these archers in the base of the Max, but honestly, he's walled them out. He doesn't really seem to care about them too much. We've got, look at this, the Max is even trying to wall in this villager, and it will get killed off by a wolf by the looks of things.
Ornlu a wolf. Go, Ornlu.
Again, the wall off denied by the wolf. But, Tato showing how good he is.
Tati. Oh, that was pretty smexy. But again, Veles, just solid play here from him. He has fire ships. He has careening even. I mean, these things are so tanky. They have the 12 extra HP and the extra armor. They're going to be really, it's going to take a long time to shoot these things down. And the galleys, they're just waiting to become war galleys and pursue.
The good news is for Secret, though, they are getting extra players up into the Castle Age now. We do have the Viper and Tato already up. Good news is, however, for Suomi as well, they will have Zupi up, so they will have that entire Castle Age force to work with.
Yep, it should be at least, that part's going to be on parity, but still around an 8 villager overall and military advantage here for Suomi. They are definitely still, in an advantageous spot in this game.
I am worried for Viper here, though. There's a lot of units sitting here for Suomi. It looks like we might see the fact that Zupi's waiting up just to get the extra upgrades, the war galley on top of it. But the thing I'm worried about more than anything is if the surround happens.
Yeah, that could be a huge issue. There are so many fire ships here for Veles that are even fairly well upgraded. So long as these galleys are going to be able to take a nice engagement, maybe even loop behind, Viper has to be so careful not to extend too far forward.
And that's what I'm worried about here, because it looks like he's trying to find a way to get his team back in the game. He wants to go through. He wants to kill the fish as best he can. But look at this. The fire ships are starting to get on top of the longboats.
Look at Veles splitting off some of his fire ships, trying to flank around to the south. Where is Zupi? He is now sending in his war galleys. Viper, obviously, with the best warship individually here, but he doesn't have that many of them, and certainly not enough to take a good engagement 1v2.
But here comes the surround that we're worried about.
Ballistics even on the way for Zupi. That is going to make retreating so much more difficult.
And look at this, he's getting pushed to the other side of the map here, and he's going to be caught away from his reinforcements.
Yeah, that is a beautiful play here from Suomi. Just nice movement strategically here. You see Zupi's POV once again, really going to be trying to corner Viper's Navy and completely crush it, and then take that 3-0 win in this series. But
I am worried right now. Look at this, we've got the reinforce coming in so quickly here from Zupi as well, and then we've got the reinforce coming in from Veles right in the docks next door. This is an issue.
I mean, it's like the longboats are trying to micro away, but they're sailing right into the jaws of the fleet of Suomi, able to actually snipe a few random fishing ships from the max. So that's going to be a nice little bit of a consolation prize. But you can just see just the navy of the fire ships and war galleys just inexorably moving forward. They're going to corner Viper eventually up here.
There is nowhere left for him to run now. He's going to get stuck in one of these little areas, and then from there, the fire galleys can just get straight on top of it. The war galleys from behind that will be able to lay on the damage. And here we go.
Oh no, this could be absolutely disastrous for Viper. There is a good 11 longboats here. A little under half of his army could just get completely cornered and annihilated.
Yeah, this is the corner that they've made it to now. He's trying to micro his way out of the situation, but there's just too little here to work with.
Oh, Viper
Look
trying
at the HP on those.
Oh, they're all so low, and with ballistics, they really do not stand much of a chance. Maybe a few reinforcements being caught out here, but things are not looking all that great here for Team Secret.
Suomi, this is just amazing play. Their team play in this entire tournament, forcing their opponent into the position they want, cornering units like that, the way they communicate is absolutely amazing. They've given just anything. They've given nothing to anyone in this entire matchup.
Yeah, and looking even at the villager count, Veles has been on 3 TCs for quite a while. His villager count is excellent. Zupi's going to be on 3 TCs in just a second. Doubt is actually going all the way up to 4 town centers to try and combat this. Overall, villager counts are pretty even. It's just that military where you see Suomi with complete water control right now.
I'm just looking on the land, see if I can see anything going on. We've got Tato still kind of walking around with his crossbows, trying to find some damage he can. He does have another transport ship there ready to go, but it looks like nothing really kind of in the works with that there yet. And I'm just worried with the fact that there's going to be a big fish boom behind this, because Felice's had about, like 10 fishing ships out for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, we see Veles even adding in more fishing ships, but Viper is actually trying to do the exact same thing. That seems quite a bold move at this stage, because you really don't even have the longboat numbers to contest. And here comes Suomi, several fire ships and a ton of war galleys here from Zupi. Oh man, this might be really bad for Viper's blossoming fish eco.
Look, at the same time here, his K to D is actually amazing when it comes to his ratio here. But at the same time, if he loses his army time and time again, he is fighting against 2 players here. If they just keep him unchecked, then this is exactly what's going to happen. But if they just hammer down his army every time, he can't build up into that force that he needs.
Yeah, we're now jumping over to Viper's POV to see him trying to maneuver these longboats rather as best he can, but it's just a numbers game at this point. You can have the best micro in the world, but if you don't have any sort of army, it doesn't really matter. Viper getting ballistics is going to be a big boon for him, but it's going to be a big uphill battle for sure, although the ecos are pretty even.
And looking over to Tato on the other side here, he's trying to transport across one knight by the looks of it. But again, I don't think it's going to have that much of effects. The Max in this one, he is just a stalling expert. He's actually already up to, what have we got? He's got these 3 town centers going on behind this as well. Sorry. Yep, 3 town centers. He's got a siege workshop up. He's got his stable there. He's ready to hold against whatever he needs to.
This is really tricky because behind this, while Viper's been struggling and very soon to be failing to take any sort of control on water, the way this map is generated is that Secret have a ton of land area. Doubt's on 5 TCs. Tato's on 4 TCs. But again, Veles is on the way to Imperial Age. But still, the boom is actually pretty darn good for Secret. But is it going to be enough with Viper really struggling for both villagers and military shortly?
That's the thing I begin to worry about here, is they're not going to have enough military to hold this one off. At the same time, like you were saying, we do already have Veles on the way up to Imperial Age. We've got Scale Barding coming down. We've even got Gillnets coming down. In terms of populations, we're looking over towards Suomi. We've got 67 for the Max. We've got 109 for Veles and 104 for Zupi.
Yeah, and Viper, he is completely trapped in this little corner of the Baltic Sea, and he's losing docks, and that is not great when you are the longboat producing player. Viper's kill-death ratio is still positive, but it's not anywhere near as good as it used to be.
And looking around here, Dad's gone for that massive boom behind this as well. Nearly 100 villagers for him already in play here. Velisi still up to 105, so there is still a comparable from him, and Chain Barding coming down for Velisi as well.
Yeah, this is an interesting switch for the Knights, going to be trying to land them. There is a transport ship out now for our player in Cyan. But is it going to be enough? Whoa, Tato with some random crossbowmen here to the far north of the map. Might be able to get a little... Nah, probably not. Never mind.
But here go the rest of the warships for Viper, so it looks like we are going to start to see the transition here soon. University has gone down, and on top of that as well, we've seen the monastery as well.
Yeah, but Viper has been completely pushed off of the water right now. Doubt and Tato are up on their way to the Imperial Age, so that is going to be pretty nice for them. Doubt with a forward castle. I wonder what the Imp game plan is going to be here from Secret. Are they going to try and redock and go for that sort of game plan? Tato is getting War Galley, but they might try and go for a play on the land as well, but there's a lot of docks for Tato.
Yeah, I think Tato's about to go for the water here again. You've seen how many docks he's throwing down. We've actually got 6 coming up now.
That's a lot of docks.
That's a lot of docks.
Doubt
but at the same time, look at Velise's landing here in front of Doubt. He's putting up 5 stables.
Yeah, I think Doubt might be even trying to go for Genoese Crossbowman to play because there's nothing Mongols can do that can kill Genoese Crossbowman except for like Mass Siege Onager, which you're not getting at this point, but he's not going to have the time to get all that up and running when there are a ton of knights here, even a little bit cheaper too for Portuguese, which is pretty nifty. And I think Veles might have been able to, or rather Zupi been able to spot the incoming docks here from Tato.
Oh man, this is starting to look very, very bad. I'm looking at the production here, and we've got about 2 knights per stable. We've got Cavalier coming down, plate barding behind that as well. Velise could be in a situation here where he could start looking at ending the game if he starts to take Doubt out.
Yeah, that could be huge. There are so many stables here for it. There's, what, like 7 stables? That is... that's
an issue, that is.
That's a lot of stables.
And look at this, he doesn't even go around and sends the group forward together. Doubt's going to have to find a way to deal with this. We do have crossbows still out from Doubt, and I'm seeing no Genoese crossbow production.
Nope, I think he's instead trying to go for Arbalest, as they're going to be much quicker to get up and running, but I don't really see a ton of ranges. Okay, he's got actually 6 ranges here in the back, so he's got that production beginning, but Italians don't have Halberdier, and that's kind of a problem for them when it comes to dealing with a ton of soon-to-be Cavalier. Zupi also finding his way to click up to Imperial Age. This is the sort of thing that Suomi needs to be doing, just keeping up the pressure on all fronts whenever possible.
We've got Tato going down for fast fire ship here as well, so he's going to be able to potentially get back in the game, especially if he can get these galleys in one-on-one compositions like he's about to. If he can get that, he will look pretty good behind this. And then on top of that as well, Velise, Cavalier is done. He's going to be looking at wrecking that eco of Doubt.
Forward castle coming in here for our Cyan Portuguese player, just trying to run into the base of Doubt. Doubt has a huge eco. He's trying to throw down as many archery ranges as he possibly can, but it's a matter of time and momentum, and Doubt has neither on his side right now as more and more Cavaliers stream into the base of Doubt. Secret's match life is completely on the line right here.
Absolutely. We even saw Viper trying to redock as well, and the bad news for him was Velise actually had Cavalier there ready to go already. We've got the Viper hitting Imperial Age now. Chieftain's actually coming down behind this as well.
That's pretty amusing, and look at Tato. He's taking control of the water right now. This is pretty great for him. Zupi's forced pretty far back. His Imp isn't really all that close. All of these fishing ships for Veles are going to go down, so Secret, they are not going to be going down without a fight in this game.
Oh, they're never going down without a fight. Even with the strategy as bizarre and as special as this, they're still going to find a way to end the game, and it looks like they're not ready to give up just quite yet.
No, Secret even able to take the score lead right now as they just the power of the Doubt and Tato, honestly, really able to just hang strong right now. Tato now in the Imperial Age with these Byzantine fast fire ships. Remember, they do attack that much faster, and there is, I mean, Suomi went from having complete water control to almost none in the blink of an eye.
The thing I'm worried about here, though, is it's going to be the pressure on top of Doubt, the pressure on top of Viper that we will see on land. Doubt is having a lot of trouble dealing with these Cavalier, but at the same time, he's finally starting to get somewhere, and it looks like he's managing to get his resources together.
Yeah, I mean, Doubt, he had the villager count. He just needed time more than anything else. And, well, Veles's Cavalier count, it's not looking that amazing. Zupi's actually switching over into Elite Mangudai already with Drill for Siege Rams. So that's going to be his play, but that's going to take a little while to switch to, and it might just give Secret the exact opportunity they need to come back in this game.
It's absolutely possible here at the same time. Looking around, seeing what we've got here, Tato just making things work on the water, which is amazing. He's just spewing fire galleys across the map, trying to make whatever he can happen here. And it looks like he's even starting to knock out all of the docks from Velise as well, so the water control will remain with Team Secret.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what the Max is up to. Looks like there was some random crossbows that got some raiding done, but, oh, okay, now the Max is slinging. Oh, never mind, that makes more sense. Probably slinging Zupi up to Elite Mangudai, but that means that the Max isn't really doing anything himself right now. Zupi's going to go ahead, try and make something happen, but I think it might be a little too slow.
All right, let's see exactly what the push is going to be here, because he's got a couple of Mangudai, but like we've said in the past, it just takes so long to mass. I'm counting 3 castles from him here on the map, so we'll be able to get them there eventually, but he's just got to, again, we're just seeing the fact that Velise is trying to hold out here against 2 players, essentially, before this really starts to push away. And once this forward is gone, with the water control, Secret are going to be in a good commanding position again.
Yeah, they have actually a very substantial score lead at this point. These last like 5 minutes, they have completely been able to turn things around. It's really just the booms of Tato and Doubt manifesting themselves into this much stronger position. But now here come the capped Rams with Drill here for Zupi. Mangudai closing in on full upgrades. And that is really the play that Suomi needs if they really want to close out this series. Go into Zupi's POV here.
And looking at the sides of the map as well, we do have trade starting to go down for both players as well. I would say just looking at exactly where it is, the trade is a little bit worse off for Zupi just because of the fact that they have to go through one player to get to it.
Yeah, that is a little bit awkward to go through, but still here at the side of Doubt's base, fortified walls will not save you from the siege rams that are pushing down your base. And there needs to be some sort of land army to deal with this. There's some Genoese crossbowmen here from Doubt, but they don't have all the upgrades they'd want. Pikemen certainly aren't going to be the unit you're looking for against Mangudai. So this could be a big problem. Viper even trying to go for a Gillnet Fishboom of his own, as this is just such a back-and-forth Baltic game.
The good news is as well for Secret, they finally managed to clear up the fort we've had there from Valise. They managed to take down the castle, which is going to be a big part of that. Still need to deal with all the stables there, but look at the other side of the map here. We've got this castle from Doubt getting absolutely demolished by the siege rams.
Yeah, siege rams taking out that castle with ease, and that means Doubt going to be on, I think, now 0 castles, which that is not a great sign if you really need Genoese crossbowmen at this point. And now Valese, even with all of his remaining Cavaliers, coming into the right, joining his teammate, and here's a forward castle for Zupi.
This is what we need to start worrying about. The coordination's coming back here for Suomi. They've got the Cavaliers at the front, Mangudai backing that up with Siege Ram to push through the building. They've got a composition here that's going to work.
Viper's trying to go for Elite Berserk, but that's not really that great against the Mangudai. Not if, the Mangudai can micro in the slightest. And, I mean, we see the Siege Rams, they are going to be able to just tear through Doubt's base so quickly. There's only that much time that, Doubt can buy right now, and it's not that much.
He's starting to already lose all his military production. The Siege Rams just cutting through them so quickly. And on top of this as well, look at the amount of pikes that Doubt has there. The Cavalier getting pulled back, the Mangudai getting pulled back. If the micro is good, they shouldn't lose too much against this.
Yeah, look at Tato, though, landing in the north with a ton of barracks on the way, trying to get a ton of Halb spam coming. Max getting guard tower because, again, he was physically required to get guard tower in every single game he plays. But he's not going to be able to defend it with just a few guard towers. I mean, this is completely crazy right now.
And how they deal with this, both players being pushed on each side. Doubt's starting to lose the majority of his base here. He's going down to 166 pop, but at the same time, you've got about 160 for all the Suomi players. Viper sitting at 156, Tato already at 190.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy at this point. Just no one on Suomi has that overwhelming presence on the map right now. Doubt trying to get elite Genoese crossbowmen, but trying to get the time. The Berserks are good at is killing these Siege Rams, and again, Siege Rams being killed buys Doubt time, and that is exactly what Team Secret needs right there, as they are looking to be in a better position going forward.
And here we go. Look at this. It's about who can hold this one longer at this stage. Tato is going for the Halberdier spam on the other side of the island here, trying to make what he can happen. He's even got a castle coming down as well. But the thing is, Tato can get right into the trade if he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, this trade is going to be absolutely toast here in just a second. Kind of the opposite of game number 1, where Suomi was able to have all that trade untouched. And look at this, Viper and Doubt able to at least somewhat fend off these Mangudai and Cavalier for the time being. But still, Suomi is inching closer and closer to 200 pop.
We've got the trebuchets out from Zupi as well, so we'll be able to start forcing an engagement here. Needs to find a way to hold this one. The good news is Viper's got them here as well, so the Treb War has began.
The Treb War has began, but it might not even matter because there is a second castle coming up right in the trade line here of Suomi. And since Tato has the left side of the map unlocked, it means there's going to be no corner-to-corner availability here for Team Suomi at all.
This is rough. This is very rough. We can already see the trade units are starting to idle out just because they don't want them used to anything like this. But at the same time, look at this. We've got Viper's trebuchet has been taken down, and the push is still on at the moment as well on their side. Doubt could be in a lot of trouble, still losing a lot of gold villages.
Yeah, this is still a big problem on the land. They don't quite have the numbers.
Oh man, Doubt's capped at 145 pop, 140.
Oh,
135. Yeah. He can't actually get the units out.
That is so unfortunate. That is a very inopportune time right there for Doubt and Viper. The Berserks alone are not going to be enough. Zupi just needs to make sure that the Mangudai are able to come in and kill all of these Berserks, which they're going to be able to do with no problem. And Viper will never be cost efficient against that. This is so tough to call.
Man, this has been an absolutely fantastic game. We need to see Suomi, if they can begin to deal with these castles that are up in the top north of the map there, they will get themselves into a good situation again. But until then, Secret do have the trade. They can push this.
Yeah, exactly. It's, again, like kind of the opposite of game number 1, where this time Secret is the one with the trade. They have it fairly safe, too. I mean, there's even a layer of fortified wall here for Viper, and he's just able to throw enough meat into the grinder to just stall out this right side while eventually they bleed Suomi dry in the north.
The good news is as well here, we've got 4 trebuchets entering the fight from Dowd as well. But then again, Zupi also has 4 on play here as well. So, and look at that, those Berserks, they just can't find a way to engage.
They can't, but the siege rams aren't really destroying a ton right now. I mean, yes, the Secret is slowly losing on this right side, but the trade is going to start to make a huge difference in the very near future. They have 10 more trade cards, and, you know, their trade is working at all, which is pretty nice.
All right, we'll see if the Max can start to make a difference. He needs to clear out this corner. If he can clear out this corner, he will give them a good advantage. But at the same time, Doubt is losing building after building. The good news is, though, he's slowly getting his population back up. He can get up to 195 again now. He's at 153.
Yeah, he's trying to get back up there in terms of pop. Does at least have a few castles to make these elite gen bows, but it's still all of these trebuchets here. No siege engineers just yet is actually something I'd like to see, as you really need to just tear through the infrastructure if you are Team Suomi right now. But look at this, Tato even going to be just everywhere now in the base of the Max. Tato is just being so annoying everywhere on this map.
Tato playing to his strength here, doing an absolutely amazing job. Actually taking down the town center there that was up in the north as well. The good news is, though, for the Max, he is starting to get his barracks production up and running. He's got a lot on the way. Longsword already coming out. He's got Forging, Scale Mail. He just needs to push these castles back.
I don't think he'll be able to do so in time. You see Secret really trying to push forward, cleaning up all of these trebuchets and siege rams. That is the exact opposite of what Team Suomi needed right now. They need to push through to the trade of Secret, but they're just not going to be able to do that without any sort of siege units.
And here we go, Tato is starting to hold off again. We do have Elise actually making a play on the other side. He's got 1 trebuchet there that is repairing. He knows those castles need to go down. They know they need this trade, but at the same time, they need to earn it back.
Yeah, but just 2 castles in Byzantine castles at that, with all that extra HP, they're just going to take so long to punch through. And, I'm just not confident that Suomi's going to have the time they need. You see Secret already starting to bank up significantly more resources than their Finnish counterparts.
It's just such an issue in this kind of late game, and it was a brilliant play from Tato getting in there overall. Again, Secret just showing how good they are in terms of their teamwork and strategy, and against a team that's good in terms of, again, teamwork and strategy, you need exactly that.
Doubt trying to build a castle with a bunch of light cav nearby. Looks like he will get the castle, but at the cost of quite a few villagers. Oh,
and
Doubt.
Zupi's moved into Onagura as well here, so might potentially land some good hits that could really move this one around. The skirmishes and the Genoese crossbow going to have to look out now. It looks like we did see Zupi go raiding, but he's noticed the massive amount of fortified wall we've got there from Viper.
Yeah, that is just so hard to push through. We've got BF walls incoming here, just layer upon layer of fortified wall here for Mr. Viper, and I think Secret are just looking so good, but the scores are still super duper even.
We've even got Tato moving into Cannon Galleon here as well. He is starting to do more damage from the edges, wants to deal with those trebuchets. He knows his job. His job in this game is to hold down this north corner.
Indeed it is, but oh man, onagers here in the south, there are quite a few of them. Viper just trying to spread his units out as much as he can, and again we see Secret potentially starting to push back Suomi on the south side.
This is some fantastic micromanagement as well. Look at the way Viper split his units up here. They're going to get on top of the Cavalier, and at the same time, look at this. Down go the Onagers. He's on top of everything, but the castles might just be a bit much to be fighting under.
It is going to be pretty tricky, but the trebuchets again are going down. And all of this anti-building siege is not going to be, enough. And now the Genbos, they're starting to fire onto the Mangudai, and that is not what Zupi's going to want to be dealing with right now.
This has been an absolutely fantastic hold by Secret. All they need to do is just hold out until their opponent's out of gold. The trade is so small at the moment for Team Suomi.
Yeah, it is almost nothing. Now we have freaking Berber champions about to be seen in this game. How often do you see Berber champions? But it might be enough here. Maybe if Arson comes in, maybe that's going to be the exact thing to take down these castles. It's still going to be just so rough here for Suomi and their lack of gold.
But look down to the corner, the way Secret are holding. I wouldn't even call it a hold anymore. They've got that much siege that they're going to be able to blow through these castles extremely quickly. We've got bombard cannons, we've got trebuchets here. This might be the end of the hold.
Oh man, Secret looking to be in such a powerful position here in the south. Viper and Doubt, the dynamic duo themselves, forcing Zupi and Bless back. And this is just not at all what Suomi needs.
Exactly, for a game that started off oh so well. Tato's just holding this singular position by himself. Even seeing a couple of Cataphracts start to make their way into the mix now as well.
Yeah, it looks like most of the champions have fallen here for the max populations. Not quite looking so great here for Team Suomi. Secret all pop-capped right now, and more castles going down. That just means less and less Mangudai production. Zupi still finding the resources for Siege Onager somehow, though. I have no idea how they have enough gold income with this really, pitiful trade.
Oh man, I'm just looking at Tato who just pulled down this amazing hold. He's just got nothing but halberdiers on top of skirms, and it seems to be working somehow. The man knows exactly what's up, and at the same time, using those trebuchets there from the max, trying to take down those castles. But like you said, the Byzantine castles, they're just so chunky.
Yeah, it's just so hard to actually dislodge these guys, but still, 2 trebuchets are eventually going to do it, and that's going to cut the Cataphract production, which is ironically the one thing that Tato has to deal with all of these champions. This is just so tough here. Neither of these teams are just willing to give in.
And that's exactly what we want to see in a match as decisive as this. If Secret can't hold on, this is game over for them for this one. And the tournament will go on, and basically, we don't know who's in the end. If they win this, they move on.
Yeah, we see Zubi cutting through with his onagers, Ron Doubt's POV, and his huge, massive range units here in the south doing such a great job holding on just as best he can. Viper with a few berserks here and there, but you see Secret just comfortably chilling at 200 pop. BBT now coming in here for Doubt. That is going to be such an excellent tool in just slowly pushing and controlling this very little amount of ground that we have right now.
I guess the good news is for the Team Suomi, they are starting to clean up all these castles in the south, on the north. They will get the trebuchets there. They will be able to resume trade again quickly. But at the same time, they need to find a way to deal with all this military production from Tato.
Yeah, they need to deal with the production, and they need to deal with, the fact that they're losing super hard in the south right now. There's just nothing that these guys can deal with unless they have fully rated siege onagers. Maybe it's going to be all down to Doubt Micro and the bombard cannon snipes on the SOs.
Here we go. Let's see what Doubt has to pull out. We've already lost 1 bombard cannon. Potentially a second there as well. The uphill going to help out. Both bombard cannons go down in 1 shot.
He's still killing a couple siege onagers. Oh, that's so close. Oh, these freaking SOs are race cars, man. It's so hard for both of these players to take these engagements, but another castle is under super heavy fire. Doubt getting this bombard tower up. I think Secret is going to do this one.
Tato's actually managed to just stall out on the north there, which is exactly what they need. If trade kicks in now, it will take a little bit of time, but at the same point here, we've got Doubt moving forward with these bombard towers. It's absolutely perfect to see. The siege onagers sitting behind the castle. They're trying to do as much damage, but look at this. We do have as many of these units in through as we can.
Yeah, the just kill-death ratio, despite it looking overall really good for Suomi, it's just a matter of map control, it's a matter of positioning, and it is just completely in favor of Team Secret right now. Now there are enough champions here for the max to clean up, I think, the remainder of any of these units, but it's still going to be a little while before they can actually get that efficient trade up and running once again, and Secret still is inexorably moving forward here in the east side of the map.
Tato has even begun pushing forward on the max as well. He's got double stables up. He's pushing knights into the base, just trying to do as much eco damage as he can and make it as unaffordable to stay in the game.
Viper now even going for Galleon, interestingly, and now we're even going to go to Viper's POV, just trying to mass up as many troops as he can on the front line. As Vikings, your army isn't super duper cost efficient, but he has a huge eco of 143 villagers with which to work, and he's actually going to be banking up a ton of resources here pretty soon.
Man, he's even got a landing down in the middle of the Leeds and Zupi there as well. We can actually count 5 rangers. We're starting to get some Arbalest count up in that as well, but it has been spotted.
Now Tato's going for Byzantine Paladins. I hear they lack a pretty important upgrade, Blast Furnace. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Blast Furnace. But, oh man, we're just seeing absolutely everything from Berber Champions to Byzantine Paladins.
This has been absolutely phenomenal. Heavy Camel about to come out from the max as well, going up to Pikeman. Bloodlines behind that as well. But the good news is the castles have been cleaned up. They're trying to reuse the trade route out as well. But will it be enough to save them, or will it be too little too late?
I'm not sure, because another castle of Zupis is going down. That is not what you want to be seeing as a Mongol player. Max now trying to switch into some nice Berber cheap heavy camels, but Dowd is just moving forward with these bombard towers. It is just so hard to stop the Italian slow push in the late game. Our army is just so powerful. They need these SO hits to be big. Oh, Dowd! Oh, there's
a couple.
There's a couple, but you need more.
That's it. That's not enough to turn the game. If those bombard towers just continue to come up, like you said, it is just a creeping death.
Oh, trebuchet hits are pretty nice for these siege onagers, but again, just slowly but surely moving forward. But the trade of Suomi has resumed across the full east side of the map. That is really important here for Suomi.
Interestingly enough, we do have Viper starting to take the water back as well. He's moved into a lot of longbows behind that as well. We do have cannon galleon research coming down as well.
Oh man, this is just so tricky. Tato with the castle forward here. He has some good old Byzantine Cavalier, but Max is here with his own heavy camels. I'm not sure if Tato is going to be able to push here too efficiently, but again, the resource bank is still looking really strong for Team Secret.
And looking over at the trade towards the north there as well, we are seeing a little bit of a fight go down. The champions are there, but at the same time, Tato trying to be as disruptive as possible.
Yeah, this is just really tricky for both of these teams to manage at this point. Cannon galleons, remember, from the Baltic, are going to be able to take down this castle and just all of this infrastructure here along the coast, giving Secret so much more space to work with in the long run. But now Velez is bringing in some arbalests and skirmishers. That doesn't seem that amazing.
What's he going to begin to do with this? He needs those siege onager hits to be big. Zuby, you need to make the hits on top of the Genoese crossbows. It's the only way you can start pulling this one back. The bombard towers as well, just going to make it absolute hell to try and get on top of them.
Yeah, but it looks like Max is honestly doing a really nice job on his side, stalling Tato, who's trying to add in his own camels, but Berber camels are significantly better than Byzantine camels. And oh man, this is just going to be so tough. Tato now is starting to maybe fall apart a little bit on his side, but still being so annoying here on the north.
And that's exactly what he's been doing so well this entire tournament. He's been annoying, he's been doing interesting strategies, everything to get that little bit of an edge for his team. And at the moment, look at this, the Mangudai numbers are back. They're pushing against this now. The siege rams are there as well, trying to soak up as much damage as they can. But look at the bombard cannon numbers from Dowd.
Dowd has plenty of bombard cannons, that's for sure. Probably around 10 or so. Viper even with a few longboats contributing from the water. But right now we do have Secret being pushed back. This is just such an intense game.
This has been absolutely phenomenal gameplay from both players. But look at the longboats up in the north. They're absolutely destroying the trade.
Oh no, that is so bad here for Team Suomi. All of these trade carts are getting absolutely murdered. Max trying to come in here with these fire ships, but that is so much gold down the drain. And you look at the population of Suomi, it is just falling across the board.
We've got Zupi down to 120 population. Everyone in Secret sitting around 180.
Oh, this is just so tricky here. Bombard towers just going to be so strong at, again, maintaining that area down, building more and more and more of them, especially with the help of the supporting fire of the longboats, and just 143 trade carts to 90, and the trade carts of Suomi have also not been nearly as efficient. This is not looking good for them.
Not at all. Definitely not out of it yet, but at the same time, Zupi's just having so much trouble repopping into the game right now, which means at the same time we can see Secret just push through this so easily.
But like, as you say that, Max is still managing to push back Tato somehow. I'm not entirely sure how, but Tato's going to lose that forward castle, but look at this, cannon galleons here, elite cannon galleons even here from the water, going to take down another castle here of Zupi's. That's going to put him down to, I think, only the 2 castles for Mangudai production. That is going to be so tricky to work with, and these bombard towers, they are not going anywhere. Down! Oh, no! No! Oh, no! Oh, the bombard cannons!
What do you even say to that?
I don't even know. My voice is going to die by the end of this game. Tato now getting ring archer armor and shipwright. Oh, that is just really going to stall this push here for Team Secret. I have no idea how this game is going to end.
Oh, Dao was doing such a good job pushing in. Just a couple of hits like that with the siege onagers, wiping out all his ability to push, because those Genoese crossbows, they just do not have what they need to push in directly against those arbalests.
No, they don't. Dowd's population falling quite a bit. Suomi still not looking that amazing. Again, the trade card difference is fairly significant in favor of Team Secret right now. But like, Tato with heaps for some reason, with arrow slits. Never saw when he got that, but sure, why not? Get every upgrade, man. And now Tato getting heavy Tato ship right now.
Oh, but man, I cannot believe how well Suomi have been able to hold this side. The Mangudai is still at such high numbers here. The Siege only gets just enough to hold Doubt back by the looks of it. Viper doing his best to contribute from the shoreline. He's taking out those castles, as you noted earlier. And again, it looks like he's making another run for the trade, but the fire ships are there from Max.
Yeah, Max has been pretty good with getting all of these fire ships in as many good positions as possible. Oh, also Tattoo recruits break fire at some point, which I think is the first time ever in a tournament, so that's pretty awesome. Oh, but this trade is still getting harassed by even just these few stray units, and that is just so nice here for Team Secret.
It just makes such a difference as the game goes on. Looking at the trade route here, it is where all the resources really being gathered. As soon as that goes down for one team, it is the game over territory. And Viper, again, so close to getting those longboats on top of that trade.
Yeah, this gold difference is really, I think, starting to just be a huge problem here in favor of Team Secret. They have around 9K gold banked up versus 1,000.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
It does make a difference. But less getting heated shot because we really do apparently need to see every single tech this game. And Doubt able to maintain the line really critically for the time being. And eventually we have to imagine Secret is going to be able to grind this one out.
Absolutely. Look at this. Viper's in the trade again, just taking out those trade cards as best as possible. Makes it so hard for Suomi to come back. They've got to replay their trade cards at the same time as holding two ridiculous pushes.
Tato now getting elite cataphract. Just why not? Why not? Just get everything, man.
Just got to get the highest score for the game, man. That's all that matters.
I didn't know we were playing the demo over there.
But again, look at this. The trade route is absolutely dead. Viper's just sitting there as best as possible with his longboats, and this actually may be the end.
It might be. The population, nobody is close to 200 here for Team Suomi. Secret's population isn't that amazing, but the important thing is the resource bank, which is still significantly better overall here for Team Secret. And of course, they already have the cannon galleons here to deal with the potential guard tower. Oh my god, you're seeing nomads.
What?
Why? Guess gotta delete those houses, really maximize that trade efficiency.
Well, at the same time, he did see what had happened to Doubt earlier on in the match.
That's true, and he's only at 170 max population right now. Oh man, this is just one of the craziest games I've seen in such a long time. Guard towers now here for the max. Apparently Berbers, with their arrow slits, gonna have just good enough guard towers to force back Tato for the time being.
What is even happening here? We've got the Siege on us again, looking for a way to push it. Look at this. You've just got Doubt just trying to hold. That's all he wants right now. He just wants to make this ridiculous for them to push into, and they are just draining them of all gold.
Yeah, Doubt on his POV once again, trying to micro his heart out with those bombard cannons. Oh, SO still getting a little bit of a decent shot. Random cap ram, just throw it to the meat grinder.
The deletion has been forced to the markets up in the top north as well. It has been moved back into Velisi's base. We do have 49 gold per trip in terms of the comparison here, which is 107 for Team Secret.
That is so huge. We see Viper here with these longboats still able to make just such a massive impact in this game with a Civ that is not known for being strong in post-Imperial Age. And Tato now with Logistica, Illumination, Sanctity, why not? Really flex the fact that the Byzantines have the broadest tech tree in the game. And I think this is just looking so good here for Team Secret. The fact that they can camp this trade over here, whereas it's not like you ever seen Suomi in a similar position over here to the southwest.
Absolutely. The Siege Onigers again just looking for any kind of pick they can make here. The gold counts is getting lower and lower and lower for Team Suomi here, and it just makes things difficult for them to hold on.
Yeah, it is just going to be more and more difficult here for the Finnish team. We even see Valessa's starting town center about to go down. Water control, even though a lot of the fighting happened on land, it might be the deciding factor. Berber Cavalier here for the max, trying to do whatever he can, but I just don't think he'll be able to push through anywhere near fast enough.
And that's what we're worried about here. That's just going to turn into one big stall, and at the end of the day, they're just going to be bled dry of every resource on the map.
Now we really have to get to the point where wood count becomes a little bit of a concern. It's not looking super great for Suomi, as a lot of it's even being denied as well. Secret, though, it's also probably not looking that great, but Tato still got a little bit on his side.
It's just starting to make such a big difference now as well. How do you even begin to hold on to this? Look at this. We've got Zupi sitting on 99 wood count. There is next to none left on their side of the island.
Yeah, this is just so tricky here for Suomi. They just do not have the income they need. Valessa's trying to go for Bombard Tower. That's going to be a very expensive ask at this point with one stone in the bank.
And even then, looking over towards the west side of the map, we do have Viper coming over to lend a hand to Tato. He's moved his longbows across, longboats across, so he will be able to help out here as much as possible. He's hammered the trade already. He knows he's done the work he can, so it's time to help Tato push the other side.
And that is exactly what he's doing. Tato and Viper here going to start to really hammer in the max. Not really a ton Max can do to stop this. These elite longboats, or I guess the elite longboats, also the elite cannon galleons, just doing such a nice job of really giving Suomi no space with which to work.
This is exactly it. They put the squeeze on now. They just have to hold it, and they just have to keep getting tighter and tighter and tighter. If it's a slow push, it doesn't matter. The resource that is going to drain for Team Suomi.
Yeah, it's a slow but steady drain of resources, like we were saying. And Velez, treadmill crane, is that really the answer?
Chainmail armor as well. What else are we going to see during this game? We have seen the most ridiculous set of techs being researched, and it looks like we might see Doubt again, just managing to hold here.
Yeah, it's such a stalemate over here, but I don't really see Suomi going to be able to do this one. I mean, Viper rather has just hit 10.2k wood in the bank right now. Man, would Zupi like to have that instead of 16.
And even looking at this here, we've got Tato as well pushing in against the max. It looks like he's getting further and further every time here, but like you said, the elite cannon galleons from Viper are just absolutely dominating his infrastructure from the shoreline. And at the same time, he's on the other side there. The max is being completely cut off from everything.
Yeah, this is just such a big problem here for Suomi. Their populations are all looking really low. This might be closing in on the GG moment, as everyone on Team Secret is near enough to that max population levels. Viper just about to hit 10k gold.
This is just absolute insanity. We've got a lot of the people over on Suomi struggling to get above 150 population. Tato even starting to push forward with the castles as well. He knows he's going to take a position and he wants to hold it.
That is exactly what Italians are going to be best at. I mean, even if this is a complete stalemate on the right-hand side, it doesn't really matter, just because the whole left side is just a complete catastrophe here for Suomi, and eventually they're going to be able to just have, you know, no space with which to work, and then, you know, obviously will not be able to win the game at all at that point.
Looks like we might be about to see a push over on the east side there. We've got the Mangadai, we've got the Siege Rams going through here, denying the Bombard Tower, and at the same time, let's see how Doubt goes with his micro. I see a lot of Genoese crossbow just standing there.
Oh no. Oh man, we're going to Doubt's POV.
Here we go, the Bombard cannons are down. The micro happening on the hill here, but what's these hits? Just manages to take them out in time.
Just barely able to hang on right there, and that is exactly what Doubt needed to do. And Tato has around 75 units queued up at this point.
How do you even begin to see exactly what's going on? Tato is just streaming units into his opponent's base. The Max doing his best to hold on, but he is just losing ground slowly but surely. And at the same time, Viper's got cavalry archers in the trade line.
Viking cav archers? Wait, what is even going on here? It's Viking cav archers. Oh man, they're doing a ton of damage too. It's not even just a meme.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
the
my
GG
God.
is in. Secret, bring it back. We have a series on our hand.
Oh man, an hour and 20 minutes game time. That is.
Look at the faces. They are beaming.
That is absolutely massive. Oh wow. What a game. That has to be one of, if not the best game of the tournament so far. And it was on Baltic, if anything.
Look, ECL's brought us many and many good Baltic games, so it's about time we saw one in the series. This is absolutely amazing, guys. We are at 1-2. Suomi's still winning this one out. This is a best-of-5 series, so there is at least one more game here to come.
Oh man, this is only the first best-of-5 of the day. There are apparently supposed to be 2 more.
And it's going to be a great time. What are you talking about? We're going to be here till 4 a.m. going.
I don't care, man. I could keep going. I've been casting for, what, 7 straight hours? Zupi did have the best kill-death ratio that game, but, oh, man, I think it's just going to come down to gold income. You see the Viper by far the most, Tato right behind him, Velez, Zupi, the Max, just not able to compete, almost half the gold. And, oh, man, just so many more resources here. For Team Secret, Tato with 69 researches. That's something I wanted to see. Why not? That is probably one of the most we've ever seen. The max, 175 villager max. Oh, wow. G to the G on that one.
This has just been amazing. This is the quality of Age of Empires we are here for. And with that, we're going to go over to a quick commercial break, give the players a chance to have a drink, and we'll be back in with game number 4. And we are back for game number 4. For those that missed, we had the team leader of Secret emerge from his sickness, down 2-0 against Suomi, managed to pull his team together for a convincing win against Suomi, making the series a 2-1 in favor of Suomi, but Team Secret are back in action.
Yeah, they can still pull this reverse sweep off, but it is going to be tough. It is going to be going to enemy archipelago.
What is this map? What is this? I don't even know what we can expect coming up here.
It's a map, all right, and it is going to be crazy. It is everybody on an island with exactly one opponent. There is going to be action happening absolutely everywhere. Thankfully, we have 2 separate PCs to try and catch at least most of it. But, oh, man, this could be crazy. It's either going to be very short or it's going to be very, very long. We said this in the break.
And this is what we're up to, ladies and gentlemen. We are going through, this is a best of 5 series. We have seen Hilfort and Arabia taken by both Suomi and then Baltic. Game number 3 was taken by Secret. For those that missed it during the break, we did, of course, have Viper turn up after game number 2 to lead the team into a victory on Baltic.
Indeed, that is going to be the case. Hopefully everybody is ready to go. Everyone looks pretty tired at this point. And Suomi, they have another series to play after this.
It has been a long day for these players. We started off with the 2v2s this morning. It's been a long day for you as well.
It's all good. I just talk. That's all I do.
That's it. We just sit here and talk until the pretty colors go away.
until you know, the lights, they just kind of fade away and I just pass out. But we're still going strong. I have my can of Coke here. That's all I need.
Your small singular can of Coke.
My small singular can of Coca-Cola.
I think this is going to be one hell of a game coming up here. Suomi are not ready to let this one go, but at the same time, Secret, they want these points. If they get this, they are through to the finals.
Oh yeah, that is always going to be the idea that we're going to be working with going forward for the rest of this series. It is everything on the line. This could be a crazy one. Looking at civs real quick, I think that Aztecs would be a solid option. I think Koreans would be a solid option for Secret, just because those civs are ones that can thrive if the game goes absolutely crazy. And then maybe Incas. Oh yeah, Incas as well. I think you can go with the double Amerindian civ and Koreans.
I'm definitely expecting this just to be messy. Like, as far as Suomi go, this is one of those maps that they kind of have a plan for. They've got an idea on how they want to play it. Someone's going to do something extremely stupid on the team, and it's going to pay off way more than it should because it was unexpected. And we're just going to be sitting here laughing, going, how is this working?
It's almost like we're casting frantic. Although I haven't seen anyone go forward with 4 villagers to build a castle, just completely out of nowhere.
Look, we still have plenty of time. Even after this, what have we got? We've got 2 more 3v3s, and then we've got another whole day coming up.
Of like everything, 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3 in the grand finals tomorrow for ECL. These players have been fighting an entire year for this.
And that's why we're getting the games we are. These are so tight for a reason. We've assembled the best 3 teams in the world here to duke it out. And it looks like we are going into game number 4.
All right, I hope you guys are hyped here. This series has been excellent so far. It is going to be absolutely crazy. Doubt color. Doubt. I hope we're all good here, because I'm ready to go. Hope you guys are all ready to go.
All good, guys. We're just going to take 1 second, make sure this is all sorted out. The Viper's in his trademark yellow. I think he might have even put in his trademark yellow clothing before as well.
Well, I don't think pick positions really matters a whole lot here. I mean, you're on 3, roughly identical islands with roughly identical.
Hold on, guys. It looks like the Viper is requesting an admin restart here. We may have... Is that a bugged gold?
1, 2... No, that gold isn't bugged.
Let's have a look, guys. We'll be back in 1 second here with an answer once we get one from the admin team, just to make sure there's nothing going on here. It's a little bit odd. Anyway, here we go. Like I said, Viper is here in his trademark yellow jumper.
What's a jumper?
Jumper? This is an Australian terminology.
No, it's British and Australian.
Oh, there you go.
I think it means sweater.
Sweatshirt, pullover.
Sweater.
Sweater? What's a sweater?
It's what Viper's wearing.
I thought that was a jumper.
No.
All right, looks like the admin team are up there right now. See, I'm getting thumbs up from the crowd. People know what I'm on about, but we've got admin team up on the counter at the moment. Looks like there might be a mod problem or something going on here at the moment, so hopefully it will just be 1 minute and we'll get this swapped over and going again.
Okay, so it looks like they're quitting. I just didn't want to quit the game until, we confirmed that it was an admin re.
Absolutely, and it looks like that's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
That is what my commentary has degraded to at this point.
Yeah. Look, it's been a long day for all of us. It's been a long couple of days for all of us, actually.
Oh, yeah.
But again, this is just some of the best Age of Empires, and we're all so stoked to be here.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I would talk about the civs, but I didn't even see what Suomi or Secret picked.
All right, let's have a look here. What's going on in the chat anyway, guys? After the first game there that we had with Viper back in, is everyone feeling convinced that Secret can bring this back? Or is this going to be more towards the side where you think the Finns still are going to have it with their strategy and their team play?
I don't even know what to think at this point, man. This is just going to be absolutely crazy.
I'm just waiting for the chaos that's going to ensure on a map like this. Honestly, I think it's just going to come down to people's decision-making and adaptability.
Yeah, I think it's... Secret have... In a game where like everyone is kind of in their own 1v1, you were talking about this earlier, but I think Secret does have to be favored. But the thing is, if Suomi go into this game understanding that that's what this map is like in American Archipelago and build their strategy around that, I think that is going to potentially give them that advantage.
And at the same time, they are a team that will build the strategy around that. So if it's one of those things where, look, I wouldn't even be surprised to see like a transport ship come up and then just double gank someone and then get someone out of the game and then go rescue the rest of their players. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Go full Dunkirk mode on them.
But yes, basically anything like that's like a little bit weird to kind of tip the scales a little bit into their favor. Because like you were saying, when it comes down to it, the Secret players are a stronger 1v1 team. The Finland, or I guess Suomi, it's always been the thing with them where as soon as you put them in numbers, they start to get extremely powerful. It looks like they're hosting a lobby up now, so it should only be 1 minute before we get back into the game.
I'm ready to go, man.
That's it. I'm just excited. Again, like I don't know if I'm going to survive if we get to a 5th game, but at the same time, I feel like that's a good way to go, right?
Dying doing the thing we love, talking
exactly,
about Age
man.
of Empires
Going out
2.
together. There we go. Safer is stronger as Jordan is playing.
Whew. Interestingly, no substitutions here for Suomi. They have 5 players, but they've only used 3 so far. No, they used Rubenstock for the 2v2.
Yeah, they did indeed, and they did a really good job actually.
Oh yeah, no, that was that was also a 6 series into the night.
Which seems to be the tradition here. Look at that. We've even got the players starting to feel it a little bit here. Again, look at that. We've got smiles from the Secret players. That's always a good thing. But it looks like we might be coming up into the game here. And we're waiting for starting. And we are into game number 4. Suomi versus Secret. Suomi currently at a 2-1 winning point. They only need one more game to take the series.
Indeed. Tato will be our red Inca player here to the east of the map on the, I guess, eastern island. His teammates, of course, will be the Viper right across the channel from him in the yellow as the Aztecs. And, of course, the rounding out Team Secret will be the Lord and Savior himself, Doubt, in the purple as the Koreans.
In the teal, we have the Max playing as the Malians. His allies in this map, of course, going to be Valise in the green playing as the Japanese. And then over to Zupi playing as the Malay in the blue.
So, yeah, I think a lot of civs that you would expect here, maybe Malians are one that you could maybe, debate about, but they're really good on hybrid maps, and the next map is Oasis, and I would much rather have a more late game oriented civ there. But this is going to be some crazy stuff. You have sort of the, I don't want to say like the tower rush civs, but I mean, you have Incas and Koreans and then Aztecs for Secret. You have to imagine there's going to be a lot of towers coming here.
The first thing I did is I saw the fact that we had Tato in red with Incas, and I went, well, here we go. We're going to see Blacksmith buff, Villagers, Towers, and that's going to basically turn it into a 1v1 situation versus Zupi.
Yeah, that is certainly a possibility. Doubt as Koreans also very likely going to be going for a tower rush. I just know that my whole tournament will be made if we see turtle ships.
If we see that, it's like the one thing we were missing from last game. We had every tech, nearly every unit. It was just absolutely ridiculous. And if we just start keeping the same quality that we've had in the last couple of games here, it's one of those things where no matter who wins, we're all going to have the best time, and that's all that matters here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Something I just want to note real quick. Look at the map here for the Max. It's super open, and he's in a little bit of a crater, and he has no wood compared to the Viper.
That's an issue. Even looking where his main resources are, they are quite far away from the town center as well. This could be rough.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Of course, with 2 of the Amerindian civs. Oh, actually looks like Viper was already stealing a Rhinoceros.
Well, that's a good start for him.
yeah, that's, of course, always something you have to be aware of when you have the Eagle Scout civs. Tato now coming forward here as well, and Zupi just calls a restart.
Yeah, good choice. Which means we'll be back in again 1 second, guys. But the thing to take away here is there is going to be a restart there from Suomi. At the same time, guys, there's restarts in this tournament for a reason, and you got to let them play it, man. That's it. Let this get the best. I lost my words, but let this be the best game it can possibly be.
Oh yeah, I am so ready for another 2-hour game. I don't even care, man. I think it's a sort of an interesting dichotomy between the sort of tower civs and the water civs, because Japanese, Malay, Malians, they're all incredibly strong on hybrid maps. But, you know, then you have the whole tower rush scenario, so it's like Secret are going to be looking to make these into the 1v1s and then, you know, go forward, really just, you know, knock the Suomi players out and then, you know, win from there.
Exactly, and that's what we're waiting on, guys. So let's see. Lobby should be out relatively quickly here. There's no breaks for the players. They're just going straight back in as the re was called. So hopefully we should just be 1 second and back in.
Yeah, should be nice and quick on that one. And yeah, I think that, you know, just looking ahead a little bit, if this goes to Oasis, this could be just one of the most insane series ever, because we'd have Spanish Celts Goths against Teutons Magyars Khmer as on like a super late game oriented map.
Good times.
All right. How does dinner at 1 a.m. sound for you?
Sounds like last night.
Oh yeah.
But look, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd always rather the games be great and us get out a little bit later than have some complete quick time.
Oh yeah. No. I am so happy with these games so far, and
I've got people saying in the chat that it looks like we got 30 minutes of sleep. Were you guys watching last night? It went late.
Oh, it went late. I went to bed early, you know, just so I could, you know, have enough energy to go to do 2 series back to back today. Yeah, still been casting for 6+ hours.
Yeah, it's been a rough day, but at the same time, guys, the games have been absolutely amazing. We just need to get through to this one here, and it looks like we're having a technical difficulty as well for one of the players, so we're going to throw it to a quick break, and we'll be back in 1 second. I was like, how long? And just like that, we are back again with game number 4 here in the series. Of course, we are in the exact same situation we were before and ready to roll.
Yep, everyone in the same exact positions as last time. Viper and Max against each other, Vles and Tato against each other, and Zupi and Doubt against each other. So all of that is going to be exactly the same. Hopefully, no more restarts or anything like that. But we'll have to see here. It should be a lot of towers at the very least.
Yeah, if anything from the analysis we got out of the start of last game, it's just going to be an absolutely brutal play for everyone involved here. Everyone's going to have to be very, very careful, do a lot of scouting, and this is going to be messy.
Yep, Viper looking to come forward with the lame once again. Oh, I thought we were going to a player POV, but no. Rhino is way over here on the left and on the right. Viper very possibly going to be scouting this one. Just out of his line of sight for the time being, might pick up a water buffalo.
Oh, runs it away as well. This is a tournament, remember, guys, and this is one game left from Secret getting into the finals. If they steal anything here, it's going to be a win.
Oh yeah, Viper just kind of waiting for the villager to come down, also absconding with a water buffalo of Zoopies.
And then we've got the fact Tato's already over towards, we've got the base of Elise there as well. The players here are playing brutally.
Oh yeah, that is going all hardcore, everything to the max. Get it? Because, you know, the max. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, what have we got? Tato was looking for something he could kind of steal in there, but I don't think he managed to grab anything. We did see Velisi bring his Rhinoceros in very, very quickly. Viper, I don't think he's gone for any kind of a lane here as well.
Out with a pretty early loom, interestingly. Maybe just because luring the Rhinos is a little bit tricky. I think they have a faster attack animation or something compared to Wild Boar, so it can be kind of tricky to lose a... It can be easy to lose a villager to the Rhinoceros, and that is not what you want in a game that's this important.
Oh, not at all. This is exactly what it comes down to, guys. Again, if Secret win this, they do move into the 5th game, and if Suomi win this, they will, of course, take the series.
Looks like a nice little bit of water buffalo blocking there by Veles, so he's going to be able to get his boars, no problem. And again, we have to be looking... Okay, what are these players going to do? How much are you going to focus on the land and how much are you going to focus on the water?
It looks like we already have a dock coming down from Viper actually towards the west of the map there. The village is already looking for the perfect spot and should hopefully scout the fish there as well.
Yep, so she will be able to throw down a dock as soon as Viper has the resources, and that is exactly what she is doing. So Viper at least wants some sort of water play, as does the Max. Zoopy going for the dock, as is Doubt, Tato,
and Velise.
Yes, here it is in the south. I'm like, if one player is going to dock, it's going to be the Japanese player.
And at the same time, look at the lame there from Doubt. Manages to get the kill on the villager from the Rhinoceros.
Oh no, that is not what you want. And we are past the restart time, and there is no more restarts anyway. Oh man, this is, you know, not good at all for Suomi. Doubt going to be able to escape with his own scout. Even an extra random water buffalo being killed for no real reason. That is not what Zoopy is going to want to be seeing right now.
Doubt doing a good job here, really showing exactly why he's in this tournament and is such a high-level player. He's been around so long, and still to have the tricks like this that the new kids are using, amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Max, a little bit of lost HP, but I think that is just in fighting against Viper. I think everybody has all of their rhinoceroses, rhinoceri.
Tato is going out with the scout again, so it looks like he is looking for somewhere he can do a little bit of damage to delay. And that said, there is actually a villager walling towards the north of Velise as well. If he can spot that, he should be in a good place, but at the same time, I think Velise knows exactly what's incoming from Tato, so he's preparing for that.
Yep, looks like that will not be scouted out by Tato. Might even be trying to look for the dock of Veles. Maybe Viper's going to go for some quick water play. I mean, Aztecs are like the least tower rush likely civ of these 3 civs for Secret, so we'll have to see. Everyone else just getting loom at this point, and I expect to be seeing some click-ups in the very near future. Tato first one.
This should be a very interesting matchup, just seeing the way how this is going so steady at the moment. We did see the little bit of a lame there from Doubt, so he is going to have a small advantage over Zoopy going into the next kind of couple minutes here. But still, we're seeing the Viper go down with more fishing ships. Same kind of play for everyone, moving on to that 3 fishing ship base.
Yep, and we're not seeing a barracks just yet from Tato, so I'm not entirely sure what he plans on doing. I mean, it could just be for some fire galleys and stuff like that, but you would think that with Incas, you'd really want to go aggressive just because the Civ is so strong at it. Meanwhile, Veles clicking up already does have the barracks. Doubt possibly going to be coming forward with these 5 villagers.
Very possibly looking at that. We've also got Doubt's going to be up nice and early at 10:02. We've got Tato up at 9:27, however. Very quick uptime from him. And again, it looks like Tato might be moving forward with some villagers here as well.
Oh, Suomi is not messing around. They are all getting ready to wall. They know exactly what secret civs lend themselves to, and I love this play from them, just really being as safe as humanly possible. And because Doubt did lame the villager, yeah, it's really nice, but it means he can't take the fight against the scout of Zoopy. But villagers still coming forward, 5 on stone as well. This is a very, very aggressive trush here from Mr. Doubt.
Man, this is what I like to see from Doubt. Getting in there nice in the face straight away. Needs to find a way to keep these walls open so he can do a little bit of damage. And at the same time, look at that, like you were saying, Suomi have just walled absolutely everything. They've read the map, they've read the Civ matchup really well. They know exactly what's going on.
It's still not quite walled just yet. Zupi still has another little area to wall. Scout fight is incoming. Zupi just going to be getting up to the feudal age at this point right now. What's going on the other side? Max is just double layer of palisade walling, as is Viper. Well, Viper's just single layer, but you guys get the idea. And of course, now is the tower time for Mr. Tato.
So Viper goes down with Man-at-Arms, wants to push through these palisades, but like you said, going up into the double already. Tato is throwing down a watchtower on the forward gold there for Zupi as well. Sorry, for Valise. The good news for Valise is he does have 2 stones and a gold in the back there. Bad news is they are very, very close to the shoreline, so should water be lost, they're in trouble.
Yeah, 4 Men-at-Arms are going to be pretty nice with that Japanese attack speed bonus. But, of course, on the other island, we have Doubt coming in with tower number 2. Really need to see another tower put up defensively here for Zupi. There's going to be action happening on all 3 islands simultaneously. It's going to be so hard to catch, but I will do my best here. Viper, even with these Men-at-Arms, are going to try and make something happen, but Max seems very, very safe at home.
All right, Tato is fighting the Man-at-Arms back home under the tower. We have seen a defensive tower go up from Valise as well. Second tower just shot up there from Doubt, and it looks like the Viper and the Max will hit a little bit of a stalemate here. Both of them starting to tech into fire ships.
Yep, Tato also got the +1 armor, so he is going for that rush with the blacksmith and the +1 infantry defense. And oh, Zupi's tower was denied, and then another one might be as well. That is definitely not what you want. Doubt all these villagers in this watchtower. Even has this scout alive just for reasons, but oh no, that scout will bite the dust, but oh,
Gets the villager.
Going down for Zupi. That is 2 villager losses for him already. First fire galley now out here for Viper, actually the first couple. And oh no, Tato double teaming against these fishing ships of Valesa. That is really not a great start here for Team Suomi.
This is very smart play again from Secret, getting onto one player like that, doing the damage they can, and hopefully just knocking someone so far behind it essentially turns this into a 3v2. Looks like Tato might be moving back here for a minute. He's got the outpost up, so he knows exactly what he can see here. Can't deny that extra gold at the front there, so he might back off for just 1 second and figure out a new plan of approach.
There's a few different things you can do if you're Tato. You can kind of fall back, you can go for a bit of water play, just make sure you're nice and well defended at your side, or you can just really try and hammer in the towers. I kind of like the former as a game plan, especially because you know that there are other players that might have some random ships and stuff like that out, and you don't want to have anything catch you off guard, because right now, Secret is looking solid. I hear another dead villager.
All right, let's have a look. There was one. Yep, they're lost by Zupi again. Doubt showing exactly how strong he is with these tower pushes. At the same time, we are seeing fishing ship aggression here on the water. We are seeing the Max try and move in, take out as many of those ships as can, and try and pull away some of that advantage from Viper. Viper has already gone down into a archery run and a blacksmith, and it looks like he does want to start trying to push through these palisades.
Yeah, of course, players are going to try and get to the castle age, I think, relatively soon, just because I don't see a ton of more damage coming in. Nice, another tower here for Doubt. They're going to deny these deer from Zupi, so really just keeping Zupi pinned in his little top of the map. But still, fishing ships are going to provide a nice food boost. Archers also coming in here for Viper. I think this one should just go to Castle Age.
And looking over towards Tato again, the Man-at-Arms are still up for Valise there. Did manage to push them a little bit further away from where they wanted to be, back towards the towers there. Starting to get some very low HP villagers towards the front there as well, so has to be very careful we don't get a quick couple of snipes on them.
Yeah, you always have to be so careful with that unit control. Looks like Doubt also trying to burst into the base of Zupi. Just never ever stop the towering fun, says Doubt. And, well, it looks like... I'm not sure what Zupi's doing. He's going for a blacksmith and a market. Maybe he's just going to be slinging. Maybe he's going to be trying to do something else, but... Oh, even the villager snipe here from Viper onto the Max. Secret looking really good so far.
Absolutely. They're taking every single opportunity and just grabbing it with both hands. The thing I'm worried about is we can see Max, he has committed to the water quite hard. Does have 4 fire ships out around Viper's dock.
Yep. Fishing ships of Viper are going to be not doing so hot right now. Max, really nice amount of fire galleys sailing around. We have actually 12 fire ships to 4 in favor of Team Suomi right now, so they're going to be doing a really nice job here on the water, but on the land, Secret is undoubtedly with the better positioning. Doubt
being extremely greedy as well. Did actually have 8 fishing ships out there at one point as well. Good news is for Team Suomi, they're starting to move around with their fire ships from Zupi, and he's starting to try and clean those up, but it's going to be a big advantage for him.
Yep, that is definitely going to be quite nice indeed. KD sort of getting evened up. We still have a little bit of an advantage here for Team Secret. And oh no, Viper, he went for the landing. He now has men-at-arms and archers into the base of Valessa. This is exactly what I was talking about. You just have to be so careful on this map. You are not actually playing a 1v1. You are still playing the 3v3. And now this is a 2v1 against our green player, Valessa. At this point, this is going to be really tricky to hold on to.
This just makes things absolutely difficult. You've got Tato knocking on your front door like the way he has been. At the same time, we do actually have some Valisi units around the side here. We do have another tower coming up from Tato to try and combat that as well. And then behind that, he's got the men-at-arms to deal with. It looks like the archers have been cleaned up by the town center, or looks like one of them was at least.
Oh, well, Valessa, no! No! Oh, that's the Ornlu move right there. Just patrol and forget, and then your men-at-arms end up dead next to the enemy town center. Rip.
Looking over across the map as well, let's see what else we've got. Doubt has just completely towered in his opponent now as well, making things extremely hard to hold in against. He's knocked his opponent off most of his major resources there. And it looks like he might even include the gold. So we've got to be very careful about that one. And Zupi being forced pretty much to the only set of trees towards the north of his base there. Again, same kind of strategy against Felice, even though he has to deal with these men-at-arms. And this is not easy for him.
Oh, this is not easy for any of these players. This is just such a hard map to play. But Viper is already well on his way to the Castle Age. I'm just interested to see if any other transport ships are being built. There is one transport ship here for the Max.
And before I cut you off there as well, if you check Viper's woodlines, there are 4 archers from the Max about to hit that as well.
Ah, I was looking for that. Yes, here we are. A couple skirmishers here defensively for Viper, though. So, yes, there might be 1 or 2 villagers going down, but still, Viper going to be able to deflect this without all that much issue. And even Doubt able to click up to the Castle Age at this point alongside the Max. So Secret definitely looking to be in a very strong position.
Viper going down with scale mail armor behind this, and there's actually still a scout and a transport ship just up towards the north of Viper's base there as well. Looks like the antics with that aren't going to be over quite yet, but scale mail armor for Viper, like I was saying, and Eagle Warrior production in queue.
Yep, Viper should be just fine at home. Looks like Valessa is still kind of struggling to hold on right now. Villager count is actually in favor of Suomi by a decent margin, but that is just because we have more Secret players up on their way to the Castle Age. I'm not really sure what the if there's like a super obvious next move for these teams. Maybe Doubt with some forward siege workshops or even a castle drop depending on the stone income into Zupi.
All right, there we go. Viper's hit castle. Let's see if he can indication of what he wants to do here. He did have the transport ship already. I think he may have lost that by now, though. He is still creating Eagle Warriors, so he will have a couple of numbers there. He has actually gone for the secondary barracks as well. And we've got a Monastery Siege Workshop going down at the front for Viper. Looks like he does want to go a bit arena style on this.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's what Aztecs are going to be incredibly strong at, and the double archery range play here from the Max might struggle a little bit. He's actually getting the men-at-arm upgrade just right now. Is he going to try and go for some Malian longswords here against Eagle Warrior Siege Monk?
That's an interesting theory, and I kind of hope it's what we see, actually, looking at this. The good news is for Lisa, he has managed to clean up all the units in his base. They're using an archer and skirmisher. From there, Doubt, again, just still pushing on with the towers, but he's kind of hitting a little bit of a stalemate at this point. Yeah,
but that stalemate should be broken as soon as Doubt hits the Castle Age in just a second. Does not have a ton of stone with which to work.
But so there we go.
No Castle Age for him, a good guard tower coming in instantly as he is playing as Koreans. Siege Workshop on the way, Bodkin as well. And this could be a big problem, although big fire ship fight here at Doubt's Fish.
Like I was saying, Doubt played this so incredibly greedy with his fishing ships. If he loses this, obviously not going to be a great section from him. And Mangonel is now out from Viper as well. The Eagle Warriors are pushing against the Palisades, so trying to find a way to find the damage here.
Yeah, there are a few layers of Palisade walls here, but that is not the biggest of deals for a Mangonel attacking downhill, so that could be quite good. I just want to see a turtle ship. Yeah, and he's making a turtle ship! Yes! Doing the turtle ship tournament has been made! Oh man, the turtle ships are going to be so good here. You can easily defend your fishing ships. I'm kind of surprised out sailing them completely away from his dock because, you know, turtle ships are really slow. But, I mean, they'll be able to easily deal with all of these fire ships. And Max going to really be, I think, it's really important here for Max because he's kind of the linchpin player here for Team Suomi.
That's it. He just needs to hold in, do the best he can, but there we go. The turtle ship is out in play versus the fire ship, and pretty much ending that thing's career nice and quickly, which is nice. And at the same time, Doubt does have the Siege Workshop out. He's got the Mangonel, so he's going to begin putting on that Mangonel pressure as well.
I love the forward dock just so we can get the turtle ship closer to the front lines. Oh man, I mean, it's really good. I mean, like, legit, guys, turtle ships are so strong against these fire ships. They kill them in just a few hits, and they take so long to be killed. And yeah, I think Secret just still looking in a super strong position. Tato holding his own on his side, but still Suomi does have the economic unit advantage with 31 fishing ships to 4 in favor of Suomi.
Same time, we have seen Max go down with 2 town centers as well. Doubt is just getting his second on, and so is Tato here as well. Viper even just placing his second down as well. So the players are not forgetting the eco is going to be a big part of this matchup as well.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, there's the turtle ship. Taking out those fire ships, no problem whatsoever. And Doubt still trying to push forward with a bit of a mangle. Whoa, towers even coming to the north of Zupi's base. This makes things pretty awkward, having to cancel that siege workshop even. Zupi's trying to go for the mass battle elephant play with melee, but without the +2 defense, it's going to be kind of tricky to make those work versus guard towers.
I'm just looking at these towers and how much it's restricting up on Zupi right now. He's got this one patch of wood left at the top here, and it's just not much left, man.
That is not much left. Indeed, a siege workshop trying to be established here by Zupi. He needs to take some sort of control over his base. Doubt making a galley instead of another turtle ship, you make me sad, Doubt. Just kill all the fire galleys. I mean, they should two-shot the fire galleys. Yeah, exactly.
And looking in over towards the Viper versus Max, we do have a little bit more of a systematic play going on here. Looks like Viper did lose his mangonel to the Max. He's got 2 defensive out now whatsoever. So on top of that, he's got the Eagle Warriors he's looking to push in with. He can get on top of the army with that. If he can get into the eco line, he'll be in a fantastic position. But the Scorpion as well, just going to have to find some use.
Yeah, the thing is, Viper hasn't gotten a ton of damage done. Like I said, the fishing ship count is significantly in favor of Team Suomi here, just with Max on 12, Zupi on 16. So that's going to be really important for them. I think Doubt does need to do his best to take control of the water. More and more turtle ships on the way, but I hear the sounds of these battle elephants trying to take down these towers.
Let's have a look and see how they actually go. They've got a couple of rams mixed in there as well, but we have seen the mangonels from Doubt before, so maybe this will be another crutch he can lean on to get rid of these mangonels.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Villagers trying to come in and repair the turtle ships. Monastery, of course, is going to help with conversions on the elephants. Turtle ships versus elephants, not a match you see every day.
This has been an amazing tournament for so many reasons, and it looks like Felice has actually had his castle just denied at the front of his base there as well, trying to push back against these towers, but we do have that one mangonel there from Tato, and it has been enough to deny it thus far.
Oh, man. This is so tricky here for Team Suomi. They do not want to throw away the lead they built up earlier in this series, but this is looking pretty tricky. Mangonel now out here for a green player, but those are some villagers going down. Not able to get the snipe onto the Mangonel. The good old Mangonel dance here. 0 lag.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no.
And look at that, Felice moves those villagers away. He actually deletes the castle. He knows what's up there. Pushing against that is going to be next to impossible. Doubt he's up to 3 turtle ships now as well. Try pushing into that.
You don't, man. Just ask the Japanese Navy in the end of 16th century. There you go. There's the Korean historian in me coming out for just a second. But Doubt still going to be getting up to 3 TCs. His economy is still doing okay, but again, it does not compare to this amazing eco of the Max.
That's it, and behind this is where the trouble is going to end up. We've got Viper making his way up to 3 town centers. Second one only just getting dropped down now for Velisi, and the problem being Zupi's still stuck on that one. He literally has no space, and he's getting low on wood now. There's just no wood that he has left to work with.
Yeah, and
he's got 280, 270 left in this top patch.
That is not super ideal, but this is a lot of elephants and rams, and those things are pretty good at tearing down buildings. And it looks like Veles is kind of starting to do that right here. I think Doubt is really going to want a castle. I know that's really risky to say with Doubt, but I think it would be good for him. And getting it maybe some war wagons and just poke away at these battle elephants would be really nice.
And we've got Tato also beginning to keep this push going now that he's dealt with that castle, had the deletion on it, pushing it on top of the siege workshops, pushing the towers back with a couple of mangonels, but actually lets one die there to the tower.
Also, Viper at the base of Veles. There is just action happening absolutely everywhere simultaneously. Viper able to take down, I think, quite a few villagers and deny a TC of Veles, who is looking so horrible in this game right now. Secret, they want the reverse sweep to happen. Really, really trying to hammer it home. Even trying to go into the economy of the Max, but the Max is still looking really, really strong.
Oh man, this is just rough. The deny there from Viper on that town center from Velisa is going to hurt a lot. He's got Tato knocking on the front door. He's got no backyard to work with here, so things are just an issue. Like you were saying there, we do have Zupi finally starting to mop up these towers though. Just as he runs out of wood, he's actually got 11 woodcutter idols towards the top of his island.
Yeah, you know, hastily going to be throwing down a lumber camp on that wood line to the east as these rams clean up the rest of these towers. And now Doubt really being pushed back quite heavily. Even 5 scouts randomly made for Zupi, but they're going to do just fine. Actually going to deny this tower, a bit of a Doubt tower on that one.
We have seen a couple of good demo ships as well on top of these Korean turtle ships at the top of the map as well. Max doing a great job at holding them back as best as possible. Of course, moving so slow and so close together, the demo ships are just doing massive damage.
Of course they will. You do need to two-shot them with your turtle ships, and Viper is up on the way to Imperial Age, really flexing the power of that Aztec eco, and coming forward here with a castle. This is exactly what he needs to
It's exactly what the Max wanted. You can see the villagers coming forward now.
Oh, this is such a fantastic play here from the Viper. Max took him to Imperial Age, but Viper is one step ahead here on the land. The Max, I don't really think he has much of a land army to speak of. I saw the swordsman upgrades earlier, and he has a few, but not that many.
He snagged 2 villages in the conversions as well, but Tato, again, Siege Workshop is about to go down for Felice. There's nothing he can really do to hold on to this. The good news is he has started to clean up those Eagle Warriors towards that town center he wanted down. However, it's only got 300 HP left.
Oh no, that is certainly not ideal. Even going to lose the Mangonel in the bargain, and Tato with the forward castle now. This is such a horrible position here for Velez. And really, I think Tato and Viper are just overall in significantly better positions.
Absolutely. Look at the ecos they've got behind them. I think the one thing that they have going on still for Suomi is the Max. He's in a good position in terms of his eco, but again, Tato is pretty much matching that. And then on top of that, you've got Doubt and Viper already at over 70 villages compared to only the 63 of Zupi and only 56 of Velez.
Yeah, this is just so tricky to deal with if you are Suomi. You do not want to force this to a game number 5 on Oasis if you can avoid it, but Viper has a ton of monks right here, and I don't think that padded archer armor is going to be the tech that saves the Max right now.
He can go for it as much as he wants, but he's got this castle out in play here. The monks will be able to have that conversion rate. A secondary castle coming down for the Viper as well. Looks like he wants to get through those palisade walls, and he's going to start denying all this space. No room for farms, no room for buildings, which more importantly, no room for any kind of production facilities.
Tato also clicking up on his way to the Imperial Age himself. Viper with another castle at the front here of the Max's base. And Viper, of course, going to be ahead in that Treb War so critically. The Max still a little bit away from Imperial Age, and that may make all the difference here in game number 4.
Absolutely. If he taps down that castle, the Treb War is over before it begins. Getting into that with a couple less numbers, considering, look at that, we've already got 1 out in play, secondary 1 under production. We're going to see a 3rd one from the castle there from Viper as well, so we'll have such an advantage moving into this.
Castle coming here for Doubt. He's trying to rush it up. As Koreans, you will be building that significantly faster Doubt with a ton of Mr. Pokey Pokes coming out of these barracks, going to poke away at these elephants, and I think he should be okay as this castle comes up. I don't think the Malay battle elephants are anywhere near good enough to handle this. Tato now even getting careening, really going to be focusing a bit more on the water. Max cannot go for the land and water defenses simultaneously. He just doesn't have the resources or population space.
And this isn't where it's going to start to be a real struggle for him. He's got Galleon Tech on the way there, but doesn't mean that Viper knocking on the front door here will just be too much for him to handle. Castle's already going down significantly quickly. It's got 2 trebuchets on it. There's a 3rd one waiting. He's got the monk defense there, so how do you even begin to push into this?
It's going to be really tricky, but Zupi with the castle at the front, really trying to make the big plays happen to get Suomi back in this game, but it, I don't think, is going to be enough. I mean, Tato almost up in the Imperial Age. He has an amazing forward position just to drive Velez into the sea.
That's it. That castle just gives him such a strong staging point. You had the towers there. The castle makes it near impossible to push into. As soon as one trebuchet pops out of that, say goodbye to your town centers and this little peninsula you've got that you call home.
Yeah, now Max absolutely 0 stone to work with. That castle is going to go down maybe even before the first trebuchet comes out. Nope, 1 trebuchet will be able to come out just in the nick of time, and there is a 2nd castle at the back. But Max is just losing space with which to work here.
Viper actually going down with another monastery behind this as well. Looks like he's going to go for a full monk siege play behind this. Tato hits the Imperial. Are we seeing the trebuchet? We should see the trebuchet pretty much straight away.
Yeah, exactly. Trebuchet right away.
There we go. He got there. Look, he had stuff to do. We'll let him have it. At the same time, though, like you were saying, Zupi has got that castle up in the front of Doubt. Starting to deny those TCs. He's got a good siege pick. And, oh, Doubt losing that town center just over off on the right.
Oh, no. Doubt. Oh, nope, he got it. But at what cost? At what cost, Turkman?
A lot of loss. He's got the pikes in there. Of course, the elephants do not have the upgrades they really need to go up against the pikes right now either.
Of course, Doubt on his way to do the Imperial Age, though. That is going to be super huge. Going to have all 3 secret players in the Imperial Age, whereas you just have the Max here for Suomi. And I just don't really see how the Max can by himself pull this one back for our Finnish team.
Well, look at that. We've got these monks just kind of cruising around the front of his base. You know when you've got monks walking around inside your base casually, you're in a little bit of trouble when it comes down to your production.
Turkman, there is a castle war here on the right side, and that is a lot of villagers being pulled for Doubt. Doubt is going to try and show Zupi who is really the master of the castle.
That's it, look at this, and look at this, Zupi begins to pull in even more villages as well. This is going to be one hell of a fight. We do have Imperial Age on the way for Dowd, however. Zupi, though, not even clicking up yet, so the Trebs will come out, and then we know exactly how this one's going to end.
But Zupi is Malay, remember, so he will get up
True.
to Imperial Age super fast. I don't even know. He's going to click up in just a second. I can't do the math in my head to see what the difference is going to be.
Here we go, Zupi's clicking out.
40, so it's going to be around 25-ish seconds slower, I think. And I believe Zupi does have the high ground in this scenario as well.
Plus 2 castles out for Treb production, so he's actually not looking too bad at all. But I guess the issue right now is the max and over towards Valise. Trebuchet's out for Tato, which means, of course, this is going to be just one straight push.
Yeah, and the max is, again, being driven further and further back. He has only one wood line with which to work, and it's not like there is a single island in which Suomi has a nice advantage. So it's not like they can, go full refugee mode and go to their teammates' island, because there is no safe space here for Suomi. And, oh man, this is just looking so great here for Team Secret.
I am just looking at the resource count right for the max, and it is harsh. He's got 5 stables. He's got even more stables coming up at the moment. He's got a little bit of food in the bank, but he just does not have enough to make this work. He's got the light cav there, wants to basically get the converts he can, but Trebuchet's coming out. Looks like he's going to try and stall the push.
I mean, you can stall as much as you want if you're the max, but, I mean, you have to be winning at some point.
Especially with the way the rest of the map is being played down right now. I've got Doubt with 2 Trebuchet production going on there. Going to be a little bit ahead of Zupi.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, okay, maybe Doubt versus Zupi is somewhat even, although obviously favoring Doubt, but it's just Viper is winning, I think, pretty decisively over the max, and Tato is just annihilating Valese with the good old Omega pokes coming in, and that is just GG coming in here for Suomi.
What are we witnessing? Is the reverse sweep here a possibility?
Yes.
Well, I guess we answered our question with that game, so.
Yeah, oh man, we are going to game number 5, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a long best of 5, but it is going to go all the way, and it is going to Oasis to finish things off.
I have a feeling this is already Oasis. This is going to be a long match.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
If there's a map that's out there traditionally that gives you a long match, it's Oasis.
No,
so
first it's BF, then it's Oasis.
True. Very, very true.
This could be a long one, guys, and quickly going through the achievements real quick. Doubt actually with the most kills, but of course Tato actually with a really nice economy, as did Viper.
Here's my worry.
What's your worry?
The draft.
Yeah.
We're going into game number 5. Look at the civs we have available.
Oh, man.
We've got all the low picks left for Suomi.
There are only low picks left for Suomi, and look, Spanish trade, Celt Siege Halb, Goth Spam.
Oh, man, that looks rough. I understand exactly what Suomi was thinking. If they ended it in that 3rd game, it would have been perfect. This would never became something they had to rely on. But this is where the Civ draft really comes into it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big piece of the puzzle here, and this is where the strategy really comes together. I have no doubt the Finns are probably going to need a second here to get some time so they can basically figure out their strategy. Like we said earlier, the notepads have actually been busted out. Players are sitting down, they're writing down their roles and what they're expected to do. But anyway, guys, because of that time, we're going to be back in 1 sec after a quick commercial break.
When I first picked up Prismata, I was playing a lot.
325 hours. Yeah, and that was in 45 days.
Pretty much everyone I know from a competitive gaming background immediately fell in love with the game.
You're gonna love it.
Well, we did not think we would be here. The best of 5 has indeed turned into the 5th game, a true best of 5. This has been absolutely ridiculous.
Here with Oasis and I guess the Lake of the Moon for the Age of Empires 3 campaign. Yeah, here it is. And this little crescent-shaped oasis, this is where it's all going down. Will Secret make this reverse sweep happen? Viper going to be our yellow player as the Spanish. Interestingly, on the flank, Doubt will be the purple Goths in the pocket, and Tato will be the red Celts on the right.
All right, I was about to introduce the series, but the first thing I want to say is Viper's already moved forward towards Zupi. He's looking for a steal here, but Zupi has pushed him out of there nice and quickly. Now, getting back to the teams, we do have a Valise in the Greens playing as the Teutons. From there, we do have the Max in the pocket position playing in the Cyan as the Magyars, and his other flank going to be Zupi in the blue as the Camo.
Wow, this is going to be such a crazy game. I just know it already. I mean, we have one of, if not the most defensive maps out there. You can see here that it is just so easy to block off, and then there's just so many trees in the middle that you have to, try and chop your way through. Over 1 million wood on this map. There's a nice fun capture edge stat. But yeah, you can see it just so easy to wall on each side, and this could go very, very long.
This is a map that's just predominantly well known in the Age of Empires community. The walls come up, the trade gets set up, and 2 hours in is pretty much to be expected should everything go well. That said, we do have Suomi here. They are the team that are going to do weird stuff. They are going to create ridiculous team plays, but at the same time, we are going up against, again, the best team in the world.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And I think that if this goes super long, with Jordan there, I honestly had to favor Suomi, but
I do agree. I called it a 3-1 victory for Suomi, and we got very, very close to that.
Yeah, but with Viper, Doubt, Tato, those are some scary late game players, man. Like, this could just be like such an incredible game. The question is, how much are the civs going to factor in here? Because we already mentioned it briefly, but Spanish trade can be so game deciding on a very long game like this.
Absolutely, and it's one of those things, if it gets to that late game and the walls come up and the trade does eventually get set up, that's where Secret put themselves in a massive advantage. And look, they've been holding on to these civs for a reason. Even then, look at what they've got to work with here. They've got Celts behind this as well, so we've got the Onaga section just ready to go.
Oh yeah, for sure. It is going to be really, really nice for Secret as far as the civs go. Goths are, of course, going to be a little bit of a question mark because mid-Imperial Age, they're just so incredibly strong. But in post-imp and every single moment before then, they're not like that impressive. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Doubt's going to be doing. Maybe he's just going to go like full boom mode and then into like mass infantry spam and stuff like that.
Which would be great to see.
Oh yeah, but we'll have to see. Khmer are a big question mark. I am definitely on the record as not being a big fan of this civilization, especially on flank. Like, yeah, okay, they're going to be good if you can get like a bajillion battle elephants and scorpions with double crossbow, but
that takes time.
Especially on flank, that seems a bit scary. Teutons, yeah, not really seeing it, especially versus Celts.
I think it's just one of those things where this one is up to making Suomi let something happen here. They have to be the guys that take the risks here. They have to kind of dictate the state of the game. And at this point, they've done so well in the first 2 games. They've pulled it back from 2-2 now in terms of Secret. They've done an amazing play style. They've just been, basically since the team captain rocked up here, they've been playing like a whole different team. So it's one of those things coming off 2 direct losses after that, after feeling so good. They're the team here that are, this is their series to lose.
Yeah, for sure. Max's Magyars in the pocket. They're all right. It's kind of like, think of you're playing Huns here, except instead of having a nice eco, you have a stronger post-Imperial Age, which is better for this map. I would rather see Magyars here than Huns, but it's still, I think, a little bit questionable, especially with so many potential halberdiers coming in here from Doubt and Tato. But Tato already getting the wall up.
Yeah, Tato playing this one nice and smart. He doesn't want to let this one go to any kind of chance whatsoever. Viper starting to already get his wall up as well, and looks like we have our players settling in for a long game.
Indeed, that does appear to be the case. Looks like Tato did end up losing his scout to Valessa's town center. That's a little bit of a bummer, but probably won't be the end of the world. We're going to actually see both of our secret flank players going for that Drush opening, whereas the Suomi guys are going for the faster feudal age.
This should be really interesting as well. I see the Max and Zupi already hitting Feudal, like you did say there. So see how they actually play this one out and see if they can actually pull any advantage out of that. That's the question we're waiting to see answered here. We've even got the barracks coming down from the Max now as well.
Looks like it's going to be some early scout play here from the pocket of the Max, which is kind of surprising just because this is such a defensive map, especially the pockets are so incredibly safe. You'd expect a fast castle from both pockets, and that is almost certainly what Doubt's going to be doing.
I agree. This is the thing that might actually separate the teams here. The fact that Viper's got the walls up so early as well, it's going to be next to impossible for scouts to push through this. So Doubt actually might have stung himself a little early advantage here.
Yeah, certainly. The fact that we see Suomi going for all early up times. I think every single player on Suomi is clicking up before every single player on Secret. That if that isn't like a big stark difference between these two teams, I don't know what is.
That's it, and I think probably the stats are here. The longer the game kind of goes, the more it's going to kind of pull into the favor of players like the Viper, Tato, etc. But then, you know, this team is amazing. As far as the teamwork goes for Suomi, they've proven time and time again here that what they do, the way they coordinate their military, it's just near unbeatable.
Yeah, just checking real quickly to see if there is a hole. I don't think this is a hole in the far west of the map. But anyway, still militia fight going to be incoming. You'd think that Celts would have the edge in such a fight. And it looks like I think that probably Tattoo's winning. Yeah.
Well, he's got that one militia still alive, but at the same time, 4 HP, it doesn't make things easy. Doubt's actually brought the scout cavalry over to assist as well, so that's quite good. However, looking at the map on the other side there, Zupi is making an aggressive play.
Zupi is sick and tired of being sick and tired. He is done with all of these super long games. And oh no, the decomposing deer is blocking the wall off for Viper.
Oh,
That's
no.
a little bit awkward.
Quick, gather from
there's
it.
even
It's
a
only got
second.
7.
No, there's a second decomposing deer right there.
Oh, what?
That's so unfortunate.
The secondary wall off starts as well behind this, so obviously the tower not going to be quite as effective as it could have been.
This is just so unfortunate. Men-at-Arms coming in here from Zupi. Gonna try and just smash their way through the Viper's base. Notice nobody on Team Secret is in the feudal edge just yet. They are trying to make this aggression happen. Teutons, obviously, with an incredibly terrifying tower rush. And Velez even going to be potentially adding in some more militia behind this. This might not be the crazy long slugfest we thought it was.
Oh, absolutely not. The Finns are playing super aggressive here. I think they realize where their powers really lie, so they're trying to do as much damage as possible in the early game.
Yeah, that really does seem to be the case. Doubt is in the feudal age, but is just going for a fast castle. I don't see him on stone, so it's most likely going to be for just a boom. Meanwhile, Viper and Tato still not up the castle age just yet. Viper obviously going to go fast castle conk. Tato probably just was going to try and go fast castle boom with like pikeman defense and mangonels and stuff, but that is not being granted to him right now as we just see both sides, Suomi pushing really hard.
I'm looking at all these scouts starting to come through this Max as well. It's starting to make a lot more sense. If they can crack into Viper's base, get those scouts in there, there's going to be a lot of problem, because even if they can't find any way to push on against Viper, of course they're going to find Doubt a little bit further down the chain, so they have to be very, very careful here not to allow anything through. And the extra tower again comes up from Zupi.
Yep, but Viper with the power of Spanish villagers will be able to comfortably deny that tower. And since Viper's already on stone anyway, I think he's looking pretty solid in terms of holding on.
Villager survives getting out of there on 1 HP.
She jumped for it, and she made it. Viper with another defensive tower coming in here on the right-hand side. Should be able to block that without too much problem, and I really don't see Suomi getting a whole lot done on this left-hand side.
This is where I'm worried now. The Max committed to scouts there. He lost his food count, which is probably the big thing. Doubt's already halfway towards Castle Age.
This could be a big problem here for Suomi. Now they're going to be forced to retreat for the time being. That is not at all what you want to be seeing here if you are Team Suomi. They do not want to let the series just slide out of control. And Tato with the double layers of walls and another layer of walls coming behind. Oh man, the eco of Secret should really just kick off in not too long.
This is it, man. That's what we're looking at here. The extra walls, they're taking no chances whatsoever. Doubt's going to be up in Castle Age. He's probably just going to go for a straight boom, and after that, we know how the Goths work.
Indeed, it does, but I love how safe Viper's playing. You know, he's a guy he's known to play greedy at the best of times, but he is just not taking any chances here, stonewalling behind the house. Watchtower here preemptively. They know that if they hold on, they are just insanely favored in this game. Now even another tower coming out.
We have Elise hitting the extra walls from Tato there as well, trying to throw up a tower. We do have the tower getting powered up by Tato as well. Might be the absolute stop for him.
Yeah, it's going to be all a matter of can this tower come up for Bless, but there are so many more villagers here for Tato. At a minimum, both towers are going to go up, and that is not at all what our Teuton player is going to want to see right here. Secret doing just a little bit better.
Oh, he gets one.
Yeah, even getting one villager right there. Of course, Teutons will have the edge in the tower battles, but, well, actually, both are firing the same amount of arrows. That's kind of weird, but still, this is really not looking good for Suomi.
Here's what I'm worried about right now. Doubt's already kicked into that boom, which means is basically they're all on comms together, right? Which means neither the Viper or Tato have gone, I might need help. They've gone, we've got this, just sit back and boom. And then Doubt's just going to come through with that Doubt slide.
Oh, yes, that's what Doubt does best. Max is up on his way to the castle. He didn't commit too hard into the scout play, but I think that it is almost impossible for Suomi to end this, or get a huge advantage in the near future. They really need this one to go super long.
Absolutely.
You can see the stone walls coming in. It does indicate that they know that their aggression has completely backfired, and it is just down to the power of stone walls to keep them alive for the foreseeable future.
All right, I think we are looking at that long game we were kind of thinking happened. Both teams have already walled off their sides. We have seen some feudal aggression, but neither player was really able to break their opponent. Doubt definitely putting Team Secret in a better position here, just due to the fact he did hit Castle Age a little bit earlier, and he is getting a little bit greedier with his boom, which is going to be fantastic for the payoff it gets for Secret. Basically, their motion is going to be so much quicker here.
Yeah, Viper also clicking up 2 Castle Age at this point. Going to be well ahead of Zupi, most likely. Yes, he will. Although I guess Zupi could use the market if need be, so it won't be that big of a difference. But what do Khmer have to deal with Conquistadors? They don't have anything.
At the same time, Max throws down an extra 2 town centers, but like we said, just hugely behind Doubt at this stage. The idea was good. If they could have broken the wall on the Viper's side, they could have basically taken one player out of the game. Should Viper quick wall it up, they just move straight along to Doubt, but that is not what happened.
Yep, now Tato is even going to be the one trying to get some aggression happen. It will be running literally into a brick wall, I guess a stone wall, but still going to be trying to wrap around with these crossbowmen, or not crossbowmen, just archers right now. Castle Age coming in, though, is going to be quite nice here for our red player. Actually, Vles able to take down the tower of Tato and keep his alive, so that's pretty nice.
That's fantastic in reality. At the same time as well, I think the stone walls are about to be scouted for the first time by Secret here, so they should know exactly what type of game they're going into against now as well.
Yep, but Vles, focus the tower.
Why on earth is Velice open?
Wait, what?
I think he was trying to move some villagers through. Yeah, there we go. The Max was trying to move villagers through. They were deleted off, and bad timing.
That was a bit unfortunate. I don't think any villagers have gone down just yet. But, oh, that could have been a complete disaster if Max wasn't right there with those knights.
But he cleans that one up relatively easy. And look at that. Viper's already coming down with that castle exactly as you predicted.
Yep, right on the main gold of the Viper. We'll be able to reclaim that without any issue. And Zupi, he's going to want Castle Age, for no other reason than his walls will then double in HP, can get some monks out to defend. Khmer, not the greatest monks in the world, but they're at least okay. Vles, though, able to get another villager snipe onto Tato. He's trying to make something happen.
This is turning into a sling game. I've just double-checked. We've got Max moving forward with his Siege Workshop. We've already got Velice has already sent off 878 resources to the Max, so it looks like this is what they're going for. Same kind of strategy we saw early on. They need to basically push, do damage now, or it's going to be a lot of trouble for them. Doubt's already gone up to 4 town centers behind this as well, and it looks like the Knights are inside Tato's base there. Tato hasn't got a full wall off at the moment.
Yep. Max, unfortunately, does not have the greatest upgrades in the world, just with the, just about to have +2/+2. Still no bloodlines, though, just yet. Really, really needs to make some aggressive stuff happen. He is very, very far away from Team Secret, so building these buildings forward is going to be absolutely critical. But is it going to be a double sling now onto the Max once again, like in game number 1?
I'm absolutely predicting that. At the same time, the comms have gone back to Doubt. Doubt already getting a barracks up. He's already getting the monastery up as well. Should be able to deal with this relatively effectively. Tato does need to get some kind of wall up here just to stop these knights running through, however.
Max, of course, going to be grabbing bloodlines, as you would expect. Tato going for double TC in this position. That's a bold move right there from our Spanish player, Tato.
He's definitely not feeling too stressed then. Like, this is just not something you would do if you were worried about being pushed on. So I guess the thing is, Doubt is going to kind of hold this one off. And that said, Doubt's already going down with his 3rd barracks. He might be just about ready. In fact, he's at 79 villagers.
Yeah, that's actually still not quite enough villagers for a good old Goth flood, but it's decent. You can make a good amount of pikemen just to hold on, make sure that your eco is safe, make sure your farmers are working. Any sort of monk conversion that comes in here going to help out a fair bit, and that is exactly what Doubt is looking for. I think Secret is just looking to be in such a great position right now.
Absolutely. You've got Viper throwing down his extra town centers behind this as well. Good amount of conks out. All he needs to do is push through these walls, pushes through those and gets a harassment on. It is just going to be trouble for Zupi.
Indeed it will be, but Archer's garrisoning in the town center for Tato, just trying to hold on. I mean, he's going to be under so much pressure right now. I am so amazed at how calm and collected Secret has been playing this game, just not overreacting to the aggression in any way, just using the bare minimum to defend.
And this is something they're extremely good at. They've got a great eye for detail in terms of what they're going to need to actually defend from this, and it looks like we've got, again, the Max pushing in with a couple of knights, trying to find some way to get some damage in here, but Doubt, he's already, look at this, the Pike Flood is starting.
Indeed it is. Not the greatest upgrades on them in the world, but it doesn't matter. It looks like there's a pause. Not like this. Not like
this.
Not like this crowd. Not like this Twitch chat. I hope everything is okay right now in the game because this is just so, so tense. We see Suomi risking it for the proverbial biscuit. Max is on the 4 TCs. Zupi notably did make it to Castle Age, even if he is slinging.
All right, we're good. We're going again, guys.
Whoa.
Don't worry.
Okay, it's all good. Zupi is going to be on 3 TC, so it's not like Suomi's going super all in right here. But again, Secret is just going to be working with a way better economy over the course of this game.
And man, I'm just watching all this defense from Tato. He's done a great job. He is letting a couple of knights through, but the worst case scenario right now, Doubt's getting the converts or is killing them with the pikes. It could be going so much better for Team Suomi at the moment. It looks like we're just going to see that big late game flood from basically Team Secret, and they'll just be able to enter this very, very quickly.
Those were such unlucky conversions for Doubt.
Oh, yes.
Lost both monks right there, only able to get 1 conversion, and they're not even the ones with Teutons on their team. But now Doubt slinging some stone over to Viper, I guess, for another castle. Is this for a castle drop forward?
I would just look, my assumption, depending on how ridiculous he wants to play this, if he drops the castle forward, it means he'll have the opening. He can use that to basically push in against the monks, and then from there push in against the stone walls as well.
Indeed, that will be the case. Just some knights going to end up dying. It's not like the Max has really been able to get a whole lot done with this aggression so far, and it's not like Tato's in a horrible spot defensively either.
I'm just looking at it right now. It's going to be an issue because we've got Valise kind of just sitting here by himself, 57 pop. Tato is actually quite a bit lower than that. That said, he is up to the 3 town center, so he can start to boom up behind this.
Yes, he is. So Tato can just switch into full eco mode at any time. Max is on his way to Imperial Age, and this is the play for Suomi. They need to make this thing work.
And here we go. Tato potentially going to lose a couple of mangonels here for free, but we do have the monks there ready for the converts, and Pike's on top of it straight away. 1 mangonel does go down. The second does survive, and I don't think he's going to get, there we go, 1 convert.
There we go. That is some nice conversion, and yeah, that is the Teuton team bonus in action right there. That did take a long time. Doubt's clicking up to the Imperial Age, though, as well. He is on the 4 TCs. Actually, 4th TC even being added in for Tato right now. This guy just has no fear whatsoever. He's on 4 TCs and 53 villagers. That's not something you see every day.
He's got a couple of monks here. He's also got the Doubt Pike, so he's not too worried about the stable flood at the moment. If you look out the front of his base, you can see 3 stables. You can see a couple of barracks coming up as well. So it looks like the flood is about to begin. But if we've got Doubt over here ready to hold, and we've got the barracks starting to come up just behind Tato as well, there's a plan in action here, and Viper's just been round behind the back of Doubt, cleaning up anything that came through from the Max.
Yeah, it does appear that everything is going to be focused here on the side of, well, the right-hand side. I just want to point out that the walls that Valese is doing on the far, far right side of the map are pretty hilarious. Really just being annoying and blocking and betrayed down the line. That is just how forward-thinking Suomi is. Like, that is just, it's so crazy that they're thinking of that at before minute 30. But still, they have a lot of problems to deal with right now. They are down 20 villagers and 30 military. Secret is going to start bringing the pain here really soon.
Well, look at that. We've already got Doubt up to 113. Max only sitting at 100, which looks still pretty high, but at the same time, the Gods Flood, this is where we're getting towards. It's what we're working towards here. Imperial Age already on the way for him as well. Zupi on his way up. The Max, however, might have a little bit of a power spike here as he hits Imperial nice and quickly.
Power spike into Magyar champions that don't have squires and they don't have last armor upgrade. That's a new one. That's not one you see every day.
We've got Zupi coming forward with the castle against Viper as well. The Conks are there. We've had one convert. The Monks have been forced away now, though.
Oh, nice. Viper able to sneak in some scouts onto the Monks of Zupi. Conversions are attempted here.
Attack ground on his own Monks as well.
Danger close. I think they all survived, though. And Zupi will get the castle up, as will the Viper. And Zupi's actually even faster to the Imperial Age compared to the Viper. So that's something for Suomi, but things are still looking absolutely abysmal for them. This could be the reverse sweep happening.
It's absolutely potential for it right now. I guess Zupi can kind of hold this one down a little bit longer, get those trebuchets out, start the Treb War a little bit earlier. At the same time, look at all the builds we have getting thrown up behind this for Zupi. He's got double Siege Workshop coming up behind it. Already one there, and nothing but Scorpions being made.
Oh, so that's probably not the unit you want against a ton of Conquistadors. I mean, do you really have that many better options? Not especially, but it's at least an army, I guess. But the problem, I think, now for Max is that he's losing all of his infrastructure at the front. He's going to need to replace it all the way back home, and that is just going to delay his army so much. And remember, this is supposed to be the timing window when the Max made something huge happen, and he's, again, replacing the barracks he lost, and now he's going for Scorpion plus Champion like he's playing Celts or something.
Well, look, I guess if he's up against that God Spam, put a Meat Shield in front of the Scorpions, hope the Scorpions can kind of deal with the rest. But at the same time, like you said, we've got Tato over here as well playing as a Celts. A couple of good Oniga shots, and that's over.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh, man. But let's see. Treb War is going to be incoming here. Zupi going to be a decent bit ahead in that, although Viper does have more castles overall. Mangonel's coming forward. There are a ton of stone walls here for Velez, but they can only buy you so much time, man. And the Max's military count is not that great just yet, and Doubt can really start the Goth Flood anytime soon, and that's just so much better than anything Magyars have to offer. Tato trying to kill the one villager from Velez that has been laming all of these markets.
But I guess the good news is we are seeing the think ahead there from Team Secret. They are slowly starting to get there, but this is just absolutely beautiful. Like, this is how you know you're in the 5th game of a best-of-5 series that could define who moves on.
Oh yeah, this is about as try-hard as it gets right there. Max getting heavy Scorpion and Cavalier. Magyar heavy Scorpions. What do you know? Even has Siege Engineers already. This is not what you would expect to see from a pocket Magyar player at this stage in the game, but I guess it's what Max thinks is going to be his best chance of success. Now that Tato's in the Imperial Age, though, things could start to get really rough.
Absolutely. We see the trade is starting to get set up for Suomi. They've got their markets down in the south corner already. Over in the west, they're just starting to get everything up now. Secret obviously looking for that option, but look at the siege workshops coming up from Tato over in the east as well there. Just wants to make sure he can get rid of everything there. But here we go. The Treb War is in full escalation. The Conks there. Look at the converts on those Conks.
That is a decent amount of Conquistadors converted, but it looks like both trebuchets are gonna not
being repaired.
Die. But still, 2 trebuchets here for the Viper. The castle of Zupi is a little bit lower, actually a fair bit lower than the castle of the Viper. This is a big problem. Now Doubt is coming in here with his own champions with Goths, and he is at 146 villagers. That is Goth blood levels. That is a lot of not even Khmer. Heavy Scorpions here for the Max.
All right, this is going to be the question, guys. How do they begin to deal with the heavy Scorpions? If they can push in past them, they'll be in a good spot. Doubt coming down with the castle here at the front. We've actually got a double siege workshop from Tato as well. He knows he needs to get into that siege. If he can get those Onigas out, he's going to be in a good place to just absolutely crush through.
Indeed, but, oh man, Doubt's champions are going to absolutely annihilate the champions of the Max. I mean, yeah, I guess they sort of have the same upgrades, but it's so cheap and easy to produce these for Doubt. His economy is just as strong as the Max's. That is a lot of Scorpions, though.
And all it takes is one good shot to get rid of a lot of them. He's going to have to be very, very careful there with his micro. Over on the other side, we can see that Zupi has lost his castle. The Scorpions are moving in. The Conk City is converted as well. Trying to find a way to hold up here, and in fact, he's actually throwing down an extra castle in the back.
Yeah, but Tato has Siege Onager on the way. I actually forgot about the Khmer team bonus for a second, but yes, now that Siege Engineers is actually in for the Max, he has 9 range on these Scorpions, PogChamp. But now, Paladin also coming in here for the Max. I mean, honestly, are these Scorpions going to be the unit that saves the day here for Suomi? I think it's unlikely, but it's probably their best shot.
Well, that's it. You got to make something happen, and that's exactly what Finland are trying to do here. Viper, so many trebuchets, however, 5 on the front. Not much of a way you can begin to win a Treb War against that, especially when you're looking at majority army being Scorpions on both sides of the map.
what a world we live in, where just it's scorpions everywhere. But I guess that is what happens when you have 2 infantry civs here for Team Secret. But Zupi's just he's gonna eventually lose on his side. I really don't see how he actually beats Viper in this scenario. But on the other side, again, I think it's gonna be really, really rough here for Team Suomi, as we just have a way better position here for Tato and Dao.
Absolutely. We can see that this Team Secret's starting to play to their strengths a lot more so as well. We've got Tato moving over into Viper's base. He's got a potential siege workshop coming up there as well, so he knows he can be helping over here. Dao moving all his infrastructure towards the front here to get those champions out and going. The Bombard Cannon micro for Zupi is quite good, but at the same time here, trebuchets are starting to be repaired.
Yes, they are. Bombard Cannons doing whatever damage they can, but Viper is still hanging on. Honestly, Zupi's playing this pretty well. Like, for being in as bad a position as he's in, he's really doing everything he can to keep the Viper at bay, which he is doing for the time being, but again, it's just that ticking time bomb until the Goth Flood plus Celt Siege Onagers come in, and that is going to be just so hard to deal with if you're just the max, because remember, Blessa's just slinging.
All right, we have Celt Siege Onagers down at the moment. We do have Doubt's champions here as well. It looks like this is the push. We are going to see a lot of death beyond these Scorpions very, very soon.
Oh, look at the north of the base of Velez. He's going for the big cut.
What?
That is the max. Oh, no. That's a lot you got to cut through, man. He's got, you could say, his work cut out for him.
Oh, it hurts. Even the live studio audience here, you can see he is being shed.
Deal with it, audience. I'm the one with the microphone. But here it comes, Tato, with these Celt Siege Hunters fully upgraded.
Can they see this? They're doing their own cut.
I mean, why go through walls when you can just cut through them?
Are they going to see it? That's the question.
Well,
they should any second.
We can go to Doubt's POV right here. They might have an idea. This is a lot of stumps.
They know there's a tunnel there. They have to know.
Oh, at this point, you don't have this many stumps without a cut.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. The point in the game when the casting just becomes, oh no.
What is this?
Oh, it's it, guys.
That is it.
Oh.
Game number 5 goes to Team Secret. The reverse sweep.
It happened, Turkman. This series has gone on for I don't even know how long, but Secret was down 0-2, Viper rolled in, and it was not easy in the slightest, but they made the comeback happen.
A team captain acting exactly like a team captain should be here. Shows up while sick, team is down 2-0, and pulls them into a 3-2 victory.
Wow, that was one of the best series I've cast in such a long time.
Every
single game.
In shock over some of the matches we saw there. Every single game, these were earned by the players. No one had a little civ win or anything like that. Obviously, it does start to take its toll, but at the same point here, everyone fought hard. Even when the civs were a little bit off, they tried to make it happen, and again, just the counterplays was so strong.
Yeah, no, just absolutely stunning play from all of these players. You can clearly tell that these are 2 of the best 3 teams in the world. And with this win, guys, remember, Secret is now officially in the grand finals. They will be playing tomorrow on Sunday. And Suomi, they are not out of this yet, but they absolutely need to win the next game. And I believe if Secret since Secret won, it all comes down to the next game, right?
Absolutely. If Suomi actually lose the next set here, which will be, again, a best-of-5 3v3, so good luck going into that, boys. It has been a long day for you already. If they lose this, they are out and cannot make the final cut for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely crazy. I think that we are going to go to a commercial break right now, but thank you all so much for tuning into this series. It has been absolutely a pleasure, Turkman.
It has been the best series I have seen in a long time. Everything has been phenomenal, but this is going to be remembered.
Oh, yeah. It was great.